here. We're dwindling, and we were like, yeah, we heard that there's this guy, and we're gonna say we should try to get him to join us. Then we got an invite to go to a certain
Who,
Hold on.
some
Is it?
no, pre-session doesn't need to be recorded.
Okay.
doesn't need to be recorded at all.
Well, no, it's a good question to ask.
But the pre-session. But yeah, no, we were asked to go up to a noble's summer home, I suppose, but we didn't know that at the time that it was a summer home. But yeah, we met Mr. Duroc, we met Jaren, we met Aledos and Haimo or Haimo. Anyway, Haimo, yeah. Those three are in a party. Mr. Duroc, just a noble facilitating things. And we talked about Blood Knights. And we talked about Jaren's condition, where she's kind of like a Blood Knight, but she's kind of pushed it down. So she's chill. And we also learned that Ares is a Mythian. And that would be something that Argus in particular is a bit, I mean, he's a bit off put by that.
If you remember, your character had also encountered Mythians. When you ran into those strange dragon cultists that did that strange ritual, they seem to have some Mythians amongst them, wearing their particular type of armor and crests.
By the way, is Ares wearing their crests or armor?
No.
No. We learned a little bit about each of their houses as well, because Jaren was adopted by House Barrock. So then also we just know about Mr. Duroc a little bit, or at least I know that my character does. I don't know if yours does. But yeah, I think the main thing was like, yeah, Blood Knight, the condition of being a Blood Knight, under certain conditions can be suppressed.
Particularly, she mentioned that it had an effect on her mind, and that she was and that basically her mind was dominated by the Blood King, and she couldn't. Interactions weren't her own, but she had some either the control wasn't strong enough, or she had a strong enough will where she was able to suppress it.
Okay.
Okay. For today, asking for a preference. Would you guys want a do you guys want any encounters today tuned for the players in the fact that you guys want me to tune encounters today for the player count? As in it will only be you two and everything you control, and then I'd make the encounter easier to match, or would you like me to take control of a PC for the duration? It wouldn't affect them in the long run. I would just be using their features.
Control.
I think the combats would be faster if we just lowered the encounter difficulty and also just didn't have Ares there.
Fair enough.
So it's just more time.
Decide amongst yourselves. 2 opinions. You're allowed to ask.
Well, yeah. I mean, I made my point there. I just want to be able to use our time more efficiently so we could do more in the time we have.
You kind of, I think you're correct.
Could you assign could you give me control over his character sheet, Isaiah?
Let me go into it. I think I might not be able to because it's something where it's like it needs to be claimed. Are you able to view it at all?
No, could you just like unclaim it so it's just listed there? You can give it back to him in the future, I imagine. You just change it to an unclaimed character. I claim it, then use it for a bit, and then unclaim it.
I'll just deactivate it, I suppose. Because there's no unclaim button. It's just a deactivate button. Yeah, it's still claimed while unactivate or deactivated.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see it. Put it back in. Yeah, I can't.
Stream
Yep,
it.
I won't be able to.
I can stream my screen
Grab
and
it.
you could look if you want. Or-
No, that's fine. That's fine. It won't be necessary. It's too difficult to do it, so I'll just tune it down. And you don't want me to. I mean, you guys are against it anyway, so there's no need.
Yeah,
Okay.
small again.
Yeah.
There we go.
One last thing I forgot to do.
Except this place looked poorly maintained.
This place? No. The outside looked like there had not been gardening done in a while, but now that you're inside, you see the place is definitely clean and befitting guests. Seems that maybe they just haven't had a gardener outside, or maybe he just doesn't care as much for the outside of his home as he does the inside. Remember, you had seen him before, so he at least was traveling before.
Yeah, maybe he didn't.
As
even-
well, it is not the summer. Well, it's like the end of summer, right? So, no, I'm sorry. It's the start of the summer. That's the time of year it is. It's the start of the summer. So he might have just not been here this year. He's only here in the summer.
Darn. I thought when we were doing the last one that we were gonna get into winter. I was gonna do some.
Yeah, but we're changing it up.
Perhaps we can
Time will pass.
something within the summer heat.
Yeah. But for now, it doesn't make any sense.
No, certainly be some. I put Pelantris on my shoulder. Perfect. Perfect lineup. That's him.
Okay. You know, I think I would. Yeah, this doesn't work as well if I don't have the requisite people in here. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to change the things for the people here because I don't make my plans with limited player counts in mind. You just want to control Ares' character sheet, basically. You wouldn't have access to his feature anyway because you wouldn't use it yet.
Yeah, I'd probably just use his basic paladin features.
Yeah. You guys will get a chance to rest before anything matters. So feel free to use it. And as well, I just wouldn't use anything he does against him. So feel free to use as much stuff as you want. He has fairly low health. Danny, you know what? You still have your level 6 health, so adjust that.
Oh,
No, that's a 51. No, you know what? Yeah, no, yeah, that's your level 6 health, right?
Hold on. Sorry, I put OBS and everything on the other tab. Why is it loading? Oh my gosh, the crash. No, it comes on. Yeah, okay. 41 is my health. Sorry, let me change it. 43. Sorry,
Yeah.
let me change it.
Yeah,
I thought
okay.
I changed it last time.
That's fine. If that's the case, then where's Pelantris gone? Oh, you put him on your shoulder.
Yeah, he's on my shoulder.
That is funny. It does seamlessly connect, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Almost seamlessly.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
it's really
perfect. It's perfect.
I like that. Okay. Yeah. I will have to make you
Small.
yeah. But when we're in roleplay scenes, that works fine. Again, Tiny is a character under my control, but you can give him any command you want during your turn. Act on the same turn that you act on.
We did combat just begin or something?
No, I'm just grabbing your stuff.
Okay.
I just need your things ready. Also, even if there's no combat, I'm going to set it up so that you don't know if there's not going to be any combat. If I don't set it up, then, that's me telling you there's not going to be any combat today.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to start off. We've done all of our pleasantries and stuff. I really want a glass of water before we start, and I got sidetracked setting up my monitor because I just got home. Yeah, we can start then. I'll just grab my glass of water while we talk.
Water.
Where's my cup? No, it's down here. Okay. So,
Jared, you were saying.
Yes. You have any more questions about the exact nature of the Blood Knight powers, as you call them, or if you have any information to share, feel free to reach out to us in the future. Be happy to converse and set up a working relationship between our groups.
They have any known
Mr. Durock kind of speaks up. He goes, I don't mean to interrupt the conversation here, but you've been sitting here. You have your, you have your tea, but please do intend to stay later. Let's put in an order for I'll put in an order for dinner and we can share it all. Spend the time talking more. Unless you have something else you want to be doing.
We'd love to stay for the night. Wait,
Mr. Pizzazz?
Did you say for the night or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have no preference. Sure.
Do you say I have no preference, or is that a Albie thing? Oh,
No,
by the way, I would like to say, there's one more thing. It's not a rule as much as a guideline that I'd like you guys to adhere to as best as you can. If you're not specifically doing a character voice that is distinguishable, which is, up to your own decision what's distinguishable, then please, whenever you want to talk out of character, please say whoever's name you are trying to speak to. Either if you want to address everyone, just say party, everyone, just anything. Just address someone and speak, and then I'll assume that you're then talking out of character. This way, I do not have to ask for clarification, because otherwise, it allows me to get on with things much quicker if I just assume everything you say is in character, unless specifically said otherwise. So, for example, if you want to ask the DM something, you can just say DM or Hamza. Like, right. Hamza, what'd you say? And say, rather than saying, oh yeah, excuse me, what did they say? Because that would mean, because I would then assume you're talking to the people in the scene. Okay, continuing.
Okay.
Splendid. Have any preferences on protein?
Protein? No, surprise
Might
me.
you have some venison?
Fowl, cattle, game. Yes, we can get some game sourced. I don't believe I have any in-house, but I'll send someone out for them. They're always hunting types looking to sell something. I'll see if there's anything good. Melissa, dear. And the maid that's been kind of in the background, tidying things up and preparing, brought you the tea to show up. He then seems to walk away from the table and starts talking with them. Roll perception, Argus.
Right. That's an 11.
You feel something on you, and you realize that. Wait, how long has that been happening? You feel a drip, a drop of something hit your shoulder, and your shoulder feels wet for a second. As you feel it, you tap your shoulder, and you realize that your shoulder is there's been something dripping down on you. You guess you hadn't noticed. You look up reflexively, and you see on the ceiling there is a stripe of 3 claw marks. It's hard to tell. Some kind of looks like slashing cut into the ceiling, and dripping down from it is this this kind of very light, hard to see blue substance. Danny, you notice that Argus suddenly looks up at something on the ceiling. Roll perception.
Mr.
Like,
Duroc,
Me as well.
1 second. Okay, so I said Danny, didn't I?
Yeah, but anyway.
Danny, roll perception.
I'm
It's
done.
what I've asked for. Please do it.
Jeez.
Also, I'm pacing as we talk, so just say your roll out loud.
Oh, 15.
You look up at you see that Argus has been disturbed by something, as if there's something. He kind of like brushes his shoulder and looks up. You look up at the ceiling and you don't notice anything in particular. Can you, Argus?
Mr. Duroc, what is this?
Yes, he comes back around the corner.
I get a little bit of the substance on my fingers, and then I look up at the ceiling. What is this?
Pardon me? Is there
The
something wrong?
substance. The claw mark?
He seems to eye in. He like takes out like he takes out a monocle he seemed to have in his pocket, puts it on. He's like, he looks at your fingers, and then he looks at the roof of the building. He goes, what exactly are you seeing?
There's not a claw mark there. Blue substance. Sorry, it might be my visions.
Danny, were you going to say something?
No. You said you didn't see it. Right?
That might be so.
So I'm kind of just.
That's a little disturbing. I don't see anything there. And he feels your hand. He sticks out his hands to feel. He sticks out his hand to feel yours. He seems to rub he rubs the tips of his fingers along your outstretched hand. Like, don't feel anything either. You notice that the sticky substance you thought was on your hands, it's not really. You kind of you feel it more. It feels as if like you've almost rubbed it all away. You look back up to check if the claw mark is still there. If maybe for a moment, but you're deluded. But you see the claw mark is still very much there to you. Maybe not dripping anymore, but you see the ceiling is stained in a bit of blue.
Perhaps.
Jaren, Jaren kind of leans over the table up at it as well to look. And you see Hymo as well walks over kind of with his hands crossed and looks up. He's like, "Is any consolation? I don't see anything either." Might be. Who knows? Yes. Well, if you see anything else like that, I guess, feel free to speak your mind, but I can't say there's anything there.
Yeah, Argus, what are you talking about? Sorry.
Perhaps I could focus on the visions here. Then I take out my orb and I set it down on the table. Yeah.
Hymo speaks up. He's like, "Oh, is that your focus?"
Yes.
Rather opulescent thing.
That's quite the word.
Perfectly spherical. Well, just because. Well, yes. Just because I choose to live my life amongst nature does not mean that I forsake the knowledge of man.
Sometimes.
Of course, it's always Jaren puts a hand up and is like, "Not time for lecturing, Hymo. We're doing something." He seems to be a bit saddened he seems to be a bit like dramatically saddened by the fact he couldn't continue on with saying something what sounds like must be his usual spiel. Okay, you have the orb on the table. What's happening?
I'd like to use a first level spell slot to focus in on. I'm kind of just digging for the source of this claw mark and blue liquid. I kind of just want it cleared up in my mind if this is something I'm imagining as part of my visions or something.
It's a very light blue, powerful a powerful light blue smoke begins to fill your orb, but as it does, it seems to get diluted with this other grayish semi-blue smoke. The signs of a lesser vision. Fills the orb, and then suddenly an image appears in the orb for all around the table to see.
Ooh.
It's a vision. It looks to be an image of this room from. Looks to be an image of this room. It looks like the group is looking at the plates. It looks like someone else at the table has finished their bit of sweetbread. Other than that, the room seems to only depict the group engaged in a conversation. The rabble is which, as well, is mostly indistinguishable. Looking at the orb, you see that your eyes dart up to the place where you see the scratch mark, and you don't notice any scratch marks on the roof or anything additional. Nothing in the room seems out of place other than what someone might reasonably do in the scene.
Interesting.
Huh. How interesting.
Mundane.
That's not now or the past. That appears to be it appears to be a projection of what is to be. Quite interesting. This is Barov talking.
Well, of course, that's what my family's known for, seeing the future.
That is true. I guess you
Another
are
one
indeed
card.
the son of the Rykards. Interesting indeed. Well, sad to say, I think whatever you're seeing on the roof might be something that only you can see, because it appears that even I can't see it now.
Well, why the color blue? That's unorthodox.
In the orb?
I could actually close this out in my mind.
Well, you said earlier.
I'm going to see through Palantras's eyes and then look up there.
You see that Belantris, who is kind of on his shoulder looking away, his head suddenly snaps forward and starts looking up at the thing as if it's being controlled from another source. Argus's face goes blank as both his and Pelantris's eyes shine with a bright blue light. You look up at the ceiling where the scratch mark ought to be, and you see nothing there.
He ends the concentration on this, and
As you stop this, you see that Tiny also seems to be staring up at the ceiling, be joining in with what the rest of the group is doing. His intention's always a mystery.
Well, I suppose I'll put the matter to ease then.
No? And what might be your verdict?
It's rare for me to see visions, but visions without initiating them, as I have become more disciplined. But perhaps it's my sobriety as of recent. So it might just be getting to me. Well, let's see.
The night continues, and the group you and the group begin to some more surface level pleasantries begin to some past the surface level pleasantries have begin to be asked. Some small talk about about some of your recent actions, as well as some of Miss Barov's goings on. Are pass, and some time passes later into the day. You see that some what seems like to be some kind of hired help little boy shuffles in and out of the building, and the maid gives them some kind of order, likely something to retrieve for dinner later. Some time passes, and it seems that not all that Danny and Argus sit down more for conversations with Mr. Durock and Jaren Baroff at the table, as well as her companion Haimo seems to sit around, but her other companion seems to wander away somewhere outside. Baroff doesn't seem to inquire about where they're going. Yes?
How many meals a day does the average peasant eat?
I would present. Depends. Everyone's a little different. I mean, everyone has a big dinner. Probably maybe either a big breakfast or a big lunch, depending on who they are. Maybe a light snack somewhere in between.
Like a sandwich.
Grabbing a piece of bread while they're taking a break. 3 in some way, usually. You know, they're
Alright.
giving you a snack, a light lunch, and inviting you to dinner later. So that would be around full day for you. Especially since they're preparing you a dinner, there will likely be more than enough to go around. As would be typical.
As would be typical.
Just remember, you're not as familiar. You're not as familiar, but Danny, you might be. Usually, like, you know, live-in help would also be would cook more than enough for the group, so that either it could be so that you know, one, for courtesy, and two, so that, you know, whatever food is left over is usually they save for themselves.
What did you say? What type of
Right.
help? You said women help?
No, the live-in help,
Living. Oh,
right?
like the maids.
The whatever help would be sitting around, they'd usually be you know,
Cook for everyone.
they'd probably you know, they'd make food for everyone, whatever, like, you know, usually there's definitely more than scraps left over, and that it usually feeds usually whatever the hired help is takes that, you know.
Right.
Part of their compensation is they can either have that or something else, right?
Okay.
You know, a big roast of venison on the table, you know, a little colder at the end, but it's easily warmed up, made into a stew or something, right? That's why everything is served onto plates, not just, you know, eating in a big communal thing. Besides the point. The more time passes, it's a little past. It was morning before, now it's a little past afternoon. And a conversation of interest gets brought up. Are you going to be final thing? Are you going to do so? You're going to be controlling Ares, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ares seemed to have wandered away for a bit and then come back. Probably just taking a stroll around the area. It seems that a couple people are just filing, you know, a couple of people in the group from both sides kind of file around just into the household, you know, enjoying the place, taking a tour of the area. You see that, you know, Mr. Duroc led him upstairs just to show him the home. But you've been engrossed in your conversation with Barov. Ares kind of sits back down, and you guys at this point have finished your, you guys have finished more of a, you know, a snack and a lunch. Had a little bit of time to digest, and Barov begins to speak again. You know, I think it might do us some good to get a little exercise to work up the digestion a little bit. I think it might be helpful for you lot to know what exactly it is you're going up against. As well, I'd be more willing to call upon you more if I know that you're capable fighters in your own right. How about a little sparring match?
Who's the one who says this?
Barov.
Oh,
Phone call from my mother. Give me 1 second.
there you go. I'm gonna kick Barrow's shit in. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna 1v1 Danny. It's over for you.
Oh, wait till he finds out I have counterspell.
Oh
What do you
yeah.
do now. Wait till I close the gap.
I'm gonna rip your eyes out with Belantris.
Belantris will in fact die.
Nah.
I just
Nah.
can't.
You think. Tiny's gonna sit on you, bro. He's like Poe from Kung Fu Panda. What's up?
Skadoosh.
Okay, back.
Hello. That was a quick phone call.
Anyway, it was. My mom was just asking me if I got back fine. You know how it is.
Oh.
Good, yes, wish her good night.
No, I don't know how it is.
I'm very sorry.
Doesn't Aaron say
Anyway, what do you say?
Sure, I don't see.
if
Sure,
you're,
it could be fun.
Looking to lose.
Yeah. Anyway, you see that you see Lados walks closer to the group. And it's like, and she says in an almost like it seems like an almost comical like schoolgirly voice, where she's like, "Oh please, Mrs. Bearhoff, may I join in your sparring match, please? I'd love to have a chance to rough them up, just a little bit." No, Lados, it won't be necessary. Trying to have something resembling fairness here.
Oh,
Anyway,
Oh.
I'll take on you three by myself.
Oh.
Come on.
Should be fair enough.
That's not hardly fair. Here, go against Argus. Just Argus.
what?
Come on,
Oh,
Argus. show
Oh
us
well,
your
I feel
might.
like Argus would need a much larger field in order to make that fair, and I don't. I feel like that'd be a
No.
bit of a waste of time.
Argus always.
But your
boasts that
group
he can
should be
best
able
me with
to.
one
Your
arm
group should
behind
be
his
able
back.
to defeat someone the likes of me. Right? I know that you're down a couple members, so I'll be down some as well. Right? Me, Soldier of Darkness. My accompanying knights defeated, and you all together should go against me. Do you have any rules of engagement you wish me to respect?
we get a good look at the terrain first.
Sure. You see Mr. Durock is kind of like lingering by the stairs, and it's like, you can go in the outside courtyard. No one would say anything there about any ruckus being caused. You've seen the place. It already needs to come over once. Maybe if you whack at some mist sword swings can whack down some of the weeds growing. I mean, Barrow kind of say those like, well, a more closed-in space should be disadvantaged to one fighter versus three. Should be.
Should be.
I'll
Why
see.
do you say it like that?
Should be a large enough courtyard to move around in. Anyway, I don't plan to be running. Well, I guess let's keep any destruction of the property to a minimum. Nah, it's a big stone courtyard. Nothing to do there. As long as you're not turning up the stones, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay then.
Argus just.
Well, I
remembered
imagine
to
nothing.
Argus
Obviously,
just
nothing.
reminded-
Nothing lethal or injuring, but. And as well, if someone says that this, as well, if one party, if anyone chooses to leave the fight, they can do as they please. As well, if any of you want to take a temporary reprieve from the engagement, you can as well rejoin if you wish, as long as one of you remains.
Okay.
Yes, yes. You can use that strategically to your advantage, however you please. Should make things a little fairer.
Wait, how does it say that again? Like we can leave the battle whenever?
You could choose to tap out of the fight at any time you want. You guys could say at any point, or like, I retreat, and then she won't engage with you at all, and pretend you're not there. And at any point, you could choose to rejoin the fight. She didn't give any rules specifically what to do, but she just said you can leave the fight and she'll pretend you're not there. And you can rejoin it as long as one of you is still fighting her.
I see.
All right. I turn to Palantris and I just give him that stare that indicates I'm talking to him, and I just say, "You're gonna sit out on this one."
Anyway, he goes, "Who shall sit out? Me." Anyway, Jaren grabs the rapier, which is kind of the belt was hanging off of the back of her chair. She puts it on, and you see that she seems that's the way her rapier sits in her holster, and then puts it on. Like, very well. Oh, and before I forget, you see that she's not wearing she seems to be wearing like fine day clothes. But if I've said otherwise, this picture indicates what she would look like while she has equipment on. But you see that currently she's not wearing any type of armor or other equipment other than just some like day clothes and an overcoat. You see her walk over to to a backpack that's sitting on a nearby chair against the wall. She takes out what seems like a suit of armor, and then she seems to hold it against her. And then she utters "on," and the armor snaps around her. Here she wears cast on armor.
Can we tell what type of armor it is? Be it
It seems to be studded leather.
studded leather. Is that like
Anyway, the only magical item other than my cast on armor shall be my rapier. None of my other trinkets that I've shown you have any should have any bearing on what we're doing. And she leads the way outside.
right?
Oh, by the way, you did start the OBS, right, Albie?
Yes, I did. It should be. I didn't do a test.
Wondrous.
But it should be working.
As long as you clicked record and the timer down there is ticking, that means it's running.
Yep.
Yo, I just noticed there's like a person in the background, like the actual background. It's been blocked out this whole time.
Yep.
Must be the help.
On purpose. Yeah, that is the help, but I don't like to include any people in the background as they do. But yeah, you guys are already on the other page. Ares will be joining you as well. Argus, I will let you. I will send you quickly what the Ballista's properties are. I could just tell you them to you. If he's wielding a greatsword, then the to attack with it is exactly the same. It also uses. You probably won't end up using it that much unless you leave the fight and then rejoin it from a distance. It has all the same attacks as swinging with a weapon, but at a range of a crossbow, which is 100, 400. It also has a special feature, but you guys wouldn't know about it yet because he hasn't told you yet, so you wouldn't be able to use it because it requires it's something you can do with other people, but it's not necessary to share right now. You can't use your form because it wouldn't make sense for him to use this feature here as well. I have it all written out, but I don't have it formatted for sending to a Google Doc.
Yeah, can you give me the permissions on Roll20 to move them?
Nope, accidentally click do not save. There you go. They did give you explicit permission. Mr. D-Rock did give you explicit permission to use some spells that would normally might lightly damage the terrain. You don't have Fireball, but anything else that would damage terrain is fine as long as they're not shattering ground. Okay.
Tiny, go off to the side as well.
He looks over to you. He gives you a thumbs up and shambles off to the side. They appear to start climbing up this little terrace here before plopping themselves down, sitting on the stoop.
How high is
Launcher
it?
flies down onto their shoulders. Not very high, just a couple of. It's a little high up, maybe like 5 feet or so. Less high than it seems. One more thing. Let's not leave. Let's not go past that gate behind you, Argus. And I won't be moving around too much. Let's try not to climb onto things.
Danny, you might want to take a step
Don't want
back.
anyone falling down, getting hurt.
What'd you say, Argus?
Danny?
You should take a step back.
Okay.
Well, let's begin. Everyone, please roll your initiative. Which one is the initiative? This one. You guys know how to roll into the initiative?
Oh, I thought I got the 20.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Oh, I guess we're good actually.
Yep. Just click on your token and click, and then roll the initiative.
There we go. Not 20.
And you get to 23.
Well,
Let us know when to start.
Is that everyone? Yep. Start. I have to. It's a little. When you're using special stat blocks, I can't, roll as quick as you guys, and I got to set up the order. Okay, ready to go. Danny, you begin to take a step forward as you draw your weapons and you take a step forward. You were waiting on the moment for them to say, "Let's begin." Now that they've done it, you begin to take a step forward. You as well, Argus, trying to get a step up, but it seems that Jaren is very quick to move. They draw their rapier with their right hand and quickly advance up to Ares. They stand squarely in front of him and begin to attack.
Any reactions? Nope.
She walks forward and throws out two, and she pulls her rapier back before sending out two lunges forward. 17 to hit on the second one. Ares managed to guard against the one with his sword with the first one, and then 17.
That would hit.
17, and then she finds a gap in his armor and quickly thrusting forward.
Okay.
Anyway, at first he takes 10 damage, and then he twists further, and that deals. Sorry, I have a stuff spread across 2 little pages here. Takes an additional 3 necrotic damage, 10 piercing damage, 3 necrotic damage. Then suddenly, Danny, you feel
The tingling in my chest.
you feel something begin hurting in you, and you feel as if your skin starts to break surreptitiously. Sure, that's not the right word. It appears that she's attacked you with the special ability of the rapier she mentioned.
She did tell us about this.
Yes, it seems that you're taking part of the damage that he's taking. You as well take 13 damage.
Equal. That's so stupid. Okay, cool. Yeah.
He did say the initial hit was strong. The establishing hit was stronger than the following ones.
True.
You are now linked together.
I don't want to be linked to this guy. What does it still say 51? I kept changing it.
She then steps back in a moment. Her first assault done. Danny, you're up.
Okay. Danny steps up to the bat and immediately will engage, trying to one up her. Essentially, is going to cast Hold Person on her. If I remember correctly, it is a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
A 12.
She is I'm pretty sure just like paralyzed till the end of my next turn. Oh no, you have to.
Actually, this is probably a good time to do this.
You have to at the end of her turn.
They choose to re-roll their effect. They get a 20 on the save now.
Oh, okay.
The effect fails.
All right, I'm gonna change her roll to a 4 after she changes it to a 20.
Word.
Yep. Okay. 2. You see that the binding effects of the whole person begins to do as you command them to stop. You see their body begins to move to a slow as they then begin to fight against it and start to break free. See, Argus waves his hand, and then suddenly, it seems that almost like her foot slips, and immediately she is held by the thing. Nice. She is held. She is paralyzed.
Thanks for the assist, Argus. Looks like these guys are no joke.
Oh, by the way, are her party watching?
No, they're. You see that Aledo seems to be peeking out the window. The other one doesn't seem to be concerned.
You okay, big guy? I yell up over to what's his name? Ares.
No.
I imagine he's like. Rah.
Yeah, let's just say he's really focused on
combat. And then as a bonus action, I want to shove her prone. Or did you say we can't do that anymore?
Yeah, but no. Shove still works as it goes.
Yep, I want to shove her prone as a bonus action. Strength save DC, but I don't think she can resist it since she's paralyzed.
I'm grabbing the exact. Yeah, they automatically fail strength and dex saves, so they're prone.
So she's prone, and that's the end of my turn.
Mhm.
And the way hold person works is that she's gonna have to keep making those saves at the end of.
I'm
her
aware
turn.
of how it works.
Okay, just reminding.
Hold person, the one where we auto crit.
Yes, they're paralyzed.
Do they make the save again each time they are hit?
Nope, only at the end of their turn.
Okay. So, is it my turn now?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to cast Fly and immediately fly up 60 feet. And yeah, that would be my action. So then I just stay up there 60 feet in the air. And my turn. So for Ares' turn, I'm gonna. He's gonna go ahead. Well, actually, it's auto critting. By the way, we're doing ×2, correct?
Yes, ×2. You cannot. However, you cannot. You only ×2 weapon damage.
All right.
You cannot. You don't. When you crit, you do not multiply the damage of anything other than your weapon damage.
Okay, so smites just stay as the amount that.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the first attack. Okay, so that would be 16. And here's the second one. That'd be another 16. And then he's also going to go ahead and. Spiritual weapons get a opportunity attacks, do they?
No. They can only
No?
attack as a bonus action. When you make them, you can use your bonus action to attack with them. They don't do anything else.
Gotcha. So, as a bonus action, he also casts spiritual weapon, right here, and
Sure.
attacks. And under the rules, do spiritual weapons crit or do they not crit?
Spiritual weapons could crit. They're weapon attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, they're weapon attack.
So 8 for the last of it. So in total, that would be 40 damage.
I've already added it up. Yep.
And end turn there.
Okay. What health does the spiritual weapon have health?
No.
Okay. Okay. There's going to be top of the turn order. After the hold person rules, they make it at the end of each of their turns. They can make it their thing. So even if so they have to end their turn, and then now they choose to make their moves. What's the DC again?
15 for the paralyzed.
Okay, that's not enough to keep them paralyzed. They begin moving again.
Ah.
See, they break free of their thing, and then your concentration drops.
Got it.
They seem to have control of their personage again, but it's still the end of their turn, so they cannot act.
True. Auto crits are gone, guys.
And they can take no other actions with their turn because the end of their turn.
Well, it's already taken 40 damage, so that was a lot out of auto crit.
True.
Danny, please move.
Okay. I was kind of hoping she'd stay down, but I'm thinking. Okay. So do I know, because I heard the weapon explanation on that feature, do I know that Ares took about the same amount of damage I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also mark it on your token.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
No, that she said that the initial strike would share the pain done, and then
Right.
any subsequent damage, a portion of it would be shared.
Okay. Sounds good. Danny's gonna go ahead and. Okay, I guess she's still prone, huh? Danny's
Ooh.
gonna move forward, and then, first, Danny. Well, I guess before he moves forward, he wants to do a bardic inspiration on Ares as a bonus action, and then he moves forward to strike with the serrated bone sword.
Mhm.
And since they're prone, it's advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 1, 2.
Okay.
Sorry,
See, as you find it,
24. Does that hit?
24 is the total.
I was going to get a reaction.
Dealing 8 damage.
Wait 1 second.
Sorry. Let me fix my dice quick because I have like animations on and I need to turn that off because
Yeah. Okay. You hit them.
works. Cool. I do 8 damage and I believe that's all I can do my turn. I guess I could step back. Actually, I'm gonna assume this position. Does that flanking?
Yes.
Get flanking. Okay. Now I end my turn.
Okay. Argus.
All right. Argus is going to go ahead and for the time being, just cast a level 1 magic missile.
Okay. You cast so Argus, you cast magic missile. I assume all targeted at the misses there.
They like
Yeah.
dink off of her.
Okay, you cast magic missiles, and you see as the magic infused darts start whirring around in the air, looking for a weak point before beginning to strike down. As the first one begins to connect, you see that they wave their sword, and a magical shield appears above them. They've casted shield. Your magic missile is blocked.
Brought out the spell that counters the spell. Damn it. Well, she's gonna have big AC. Yeah, Argus is just gonna fly farther into the air, but say about only 40 feet higher, so he's 100 feet in the air at the point.
Okay.
Now let's go
At the end of your turn?
105. We'll go 105.
Okay.
And the end's turn. So Ares is gonna go ahead and start
Still on the ground.
by just still on the ground, so with advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. $20 hit.
Ares slams down with his great sword, and it seems that it's about to get past, but the magical shield blocks.
All right.
Not enough to break through.
Attack. All right, he literally rolled
A similar result.
All right, that's his action. Actually, I guess the best. This is also as an action. Yeah, he just ends his turn there. Just looms over her. So yeah, it's back to her then. Or actually, wait. So as a bonus, wait, no. On further turns, the spiritual weapon just
Attack was a bonus action.
Oh yeah, yeah. He'll also have the spiritual weapon attack. It's possible. Nope, not this time.
It has advantage.
Oh yeah, it has advantage. Damn it. Oh, I'm on the wrong sheet. There we go. Back to the right one. Well, misses. So moving on.
Okay. The turn order comes back, and as you might expect, the Mrs. Barov here quickly stands. She does the thing where she pulls her feet in and then lunges back to a standing position. She is going to move out of your. She's going to move out of your attack. She's going to move out of your radius, Danny.
Without disengaging, or did you just say that?
Without disengaging. Without disengaging.
Opportunity.
It does indeed.
All right, I roll for that. We roll for this. I got the bone knife out, or the bone blade. 24, dealing 5 damage.
24 hits her. Dealing 5 damage.
Hope it does. It hit last time. Wouldn't that be crazy though?
Okay. Anyway, she says out loud, "Well, I was a little afraid I'd have to hold back. You see, the problem is I'm left-handed." She switches her rapier to her left hand.
Bro,
my God, left-handed? That's so uncommon.
It's
almost like it's almost like the Blood Knights are usually left-handed.
Was that a thing? I forgot that being a thing.
Rasu was.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but not in life.
Oh my God! So they are evil.
Yeah.
Now it's not even subjective.
I'll say out loud, they were not adding their weapons bonus or their they were previously not adding their weapons bonus or their proficiency bonus on previous attacks.
Clever girl.
Okay. So she's gonna move forward to attack.
Ares or no wait.
I don't roll this one.
Sorry.
Okay. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
A wizard's worst nightmare.
I didn't mean to roll that with advantage. I don't know why I rolled.
She can't hit me right now.
That wasn't supposed to be with advantage. Just 9 plus 12 for 21. She's attacking Ares.
Yeah, no, it's
attacking Ares. Okay.
She jumps.
She strikes. You see that as she does this strike. Well, actually, no, she doesn't do that. No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Yeah, she strikes Ares for 15 damage, and an additional D4 for 19 damage total. Danny, you take half of that.
I take half of 19.
Yeah, you take 9 damage.
Yay, it's the lower. I figured. Thank you.
She rolled for her second attack. Since I've already accidentally rolled 2 dice earlier, I'll take the roll from before in order to keep it fair, which was an 8 for 20 to hit. I assume that still hits. So she rolls her damage again. She gets max damage plus the 1. She deals an additional 19 damage. Anything that can intercede with this?
No, Ares will go down.
Cutting words, Danny, you have the access to that or anything?
Oh, I do, huh? Yes. I do have cutting words. I'm going to use... Hold on. I need to remember exactly what it... 50 feet. Subtract the number from the creature's roll. So I'm going to roll a d8 to subtract from it.
Go ahead.
To get You'd need to get
8.
at least 5.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Just a second. Disarmed by your friendly voice. She doesn't attack backwards. Okay. As she's missed an attack, she's going to choose to press the attack forward.
Oh, bro. The funny
Moving
bit.
forward here.
Yep.
She then says, "Well, can't have that." She's going to action surge to attack again.
She's a funny.
This time, as she raises her sword glows with a green fire.
No, green flame blade.
You know what green flame blade does, Albie?
Danny, I think, has access to. No, Danny does not have access to it. Never mind.
This one does 14 to hit.
I was thinking of
That would miss.
I was thinking of Norman.
Norman Reedus.
You guys remember the Frederick game?
Yeah, Singer.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
being calculated? Oh, is this
Yeah,
number
his
being
first name
calculated
was
properly?
Norman.
This is 9 plus 3. Oh, she should have another +2 to hit. That's my bad.
Girl,
She's supposed to have a 4. She's supposed to have a +14 to hit. My bad. I forgot to add
a plus
forgot that
14.
count for the. Yeah. She also has I forgot to add dueling. She's only holding one weapon, so she has a +2 to hit. That's a 16 to hit. 16. Does 16 hit him?
What pushing the
Oh,
attack
yeah, that
or
would
pushing
be
the
his
offense
DC.
does again?
What did you say?
Remind me what pushing the offense does again. I don't remember.
Push the attack. When you miss an attack once per turn, when you miss a melee weapon attack, you can freely shove the person backwards by 5 feet and then take their space. There's no roll against this. Unless there's no roll against this. If they don't want to get hit, then they don't want to get shoved, then they have to choose to let the attack hit.
Okay. I see.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be cheating. Yeah,
You're
I
not
forgot. I'm going off of the sheet I have here. The sheet I have here automatically does it, and I realized it didn't count a feature that they were supposed to have, which is their fighting style. My mistake.
Are you good?
I apologize profusely. The roll for
Like
Green Flame
Timo?
Blade should be.
We are sorry. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. For 16 damage dealt, half to you as well. As they strike, they knock with the blunt edge. Against their sword down at Ares. They purposely choose to leave them with 1 HP. Oh, did they just have 1 HP after that? Anyway.
Oh yeah, that
Ah.
would have been the case if it landed at.
Okay,
16.
I thought they were. Yeah. Okay. Well, that works then. Danny, the damage jumps off from her weapon onto the weapon that she strikes at. A flame jumps off to a creature within 5 feet, which would be you.
No.
So, do you know what that means?
How much damage?
You're not going to take the extra necrotic damage from the D4, but you will be taking it takes fire damage equal to your spellcasting modifier, which is
4.
+2.
Oh,
Which is only +2, so you take 2 damage.
so for a total of 10.
Yeah.
Hang on. Where are you at? A quarter?
And as well, Ares does not take that damage back because she ends the link on Ares and saying, and she tells Ares to back down for now. Basically, I was gonna leave him on 1 health, but did anymore. I think it just works fine. She's declared him out of the fight.
Did he ever use
So
his
if he wants to rejoin,
I gave one to Ares.
not yet. He can heal up and rejoin. She's allowing him a moment to use lay on hands and recover.
Oh, word.
Because otherwise he would go down from the green flame blade damage. So she's declaring him out of the fight. So he's out of the fight for now. You can declare at any time when he's back in the fight. However, if he comes back in the fight at low health, she probably will knock him out then. She's already done. She has 1 more attack, so she stepped. So, but sadly, she is out of movement, so she can't move anymore with that. I believe she can only make 1 cantrip attack per turn as part of her attacks. When you can make a 1 weapon attack as a bonus action. No. Oh, you've been affected by a spell of hers, so you've been hit by You've been affected by
Green
Eldritch
Flame Blade.
Strike.
Oh, so I
Oh,
took.
my bad. She hasn't used it yet. No, never mind. She hit you with a weapon. No, it was technically a spell attack. For Green Flame Blade.
Oh
Nope.
my gosh,
Everything's fine.
She's an
I'm sorry.
Eldritch
There's a lot of
Knight
features
fighter.
for them
That's
because
awesome.
yeah, they are indeed. They're gonna cast. They're gonna do a second wind on themselves and then end their turn.
Second wind of
quite a
Making
bit.
it my turn.
Yes, it is. Yep. She's gonna end her turn. She doesn't have any movement to move anymore.
Let's see.
Well, that was like all of her features.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Making sure I'm not within her range. And then I'm just going to cast Cure Wounds.
But you feel the psychic bond has ended on
okay.
the blood bond has ended between you and Ares. He canceled it right before the Green Flame Blade damage would have jumped back to Ares.
Okay, I noticed it.
Oh.
Then I. Oh wait. Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing numbers quick. And I cast Cure Wounds on myself at the 3rd level. Healing 17 health. Man, I guess that's below average. Dang it. It's okay.
She says she's facing you, and she says if you're trying to recover, you could step out of the fight for a turn.
No, this is my routine. Half my spells are healing anyway. And then with the bonus action, I give Argus a Bardic Inspiration.
Hey, you should remind me if I miss an attack, because I'm already focused on 2 characters.
Yeah, I got you. All right, my turn. I believe that's everything.
All right.
Also, by the way, I will say, if you make an attack, please make sure you add up any other modifiers. If you don't say anything else, I'm just going to look at the roll, right?
Okay.
Including battlefield modifiers. It's up to you to add them. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to always be looking out for flanking and such on your attacks, right? Because I got to look after all the rest of the stuff.
I got you.
Okay.
All right. So Argus flies up flies just a little bit higher. Uses 15 feet of movement to go up to 120 feet, and then he casts Firebolt at her. 21. Can you do something for me?
She. Let me just make sure I can do this right. I don't want to do anything right. Nope, that's only melee attacks. She's going to swat away your She's going to throw up another shield and swat away your attack.
All right. I'm going to continue to move upwards, all the way up to 150 feet. 155 feet.
Wait, of course.
Did you say it hit or it didn't?
It did not. She casted shield again.
Dang. Okay. Argus, or Isaiah, real quick, since I have magical inspiration, because you have that bardic inspiration, you can, and you're a spellcaster, you can add it to the damage of your spell or like hit points healing if you're gonna heal something. If you so choose.
Right now, I'm not going to add it to anything. How long does a bardic inspiration last?
Can they add it to their to hit?
It doesn't say. It says add the number. I think normally, like with a normal bardic inspiration, yeah, you can add it to your attack roll. So yeah, they can add it to your
hit here.
I don't know how close I am to hits.
I would do it to damage though.
You've hit on an 18 before when she didn't cast any defensive things, and she added +5 to her AC. Your AC right now might be at maximum 20. Would be at maximum 23 right now, but it could be less.
What is the bardic inspiration die right now?
D8.
Oh, okay, so that's actually pretty good. I thought it'd only be a D6. Yeah, I'll use it. Then again, I could still roll 1. 4.
There you go.
Okay,
Is that enough to hit 25?
that's allowed to hit. It's enough to hit. Like I said, her AC is at most 23 right now. Could be less.
It's 11. Fire.
You have 2 bolts.
2 fire bolts.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
you're
did
level
2d10,
5.
I believe.
No, that's Eldritch Blast. Firebolt just scales damage. I roll 2d10 instead of 1d10 now.
Oh, that was already 2d10. My bad. I thought that number was already was only 1d10. I forgot it's an 11 already. So then you can
Yeah.
also add your bardic inspiration damage to that.
Oh well, I thought I spent
No, he
it.
used it. Remember?
Oh, okay. I thought it just when he uses it, he can also add it to his spell's damage.
No, it's if you have a bardic inspiration die, and instead it gives you more options with it for spellcasters.
Oh, okay.
That's all it does.
So 11 fire damage.
11 more damage.
11
Yep.
damage that is of the fire variety. All right.
Okay.
Well, Ares
she's turned her back to Ares right now. At any point, he can choose to rejoin it. She didn't say that you had to. She didn't say that anything. She didn't say anything about surprise attacks or anything. So feel free to do them.
Ares moves away.
Oh, by the way, is a spiritual weapon concentration?
No.
Okay.
At least I don't believe so. Let me double check. Pretty sure it's not.
Nope, just lasts for one. It just lasts for 1 minute.
Man, I need to go get some some better armor.
And he's just gonna lay on hands himself for 25.
Okay. Rah, rah, fashion baby, work it harder, go crazy. Rah, rah, fashion baby, work it harder, go crazy.
Make that.
I want your love and I want your regret.
I
More.
don't want to be friends.
I don't want to be friends.
So yeah, that's an action, and then he immediately he just stays here for the moment, and he declares himself back in the fight, and then he attacks with a spiritual weapon.
Okay. Is he still increased by shield?
14.
Nope. Somewhere between a 14 and a 23. Somewhere between a 15 and a 23.
He'll actually move back here.
Okay.
And then he ends his turn.
Okay. It's Barov's turn again. He's going to go and I just would have liked to step forward, but it's fine. We're going to take a moment and they're going to cast a spell on themselves. As you see, their body seems to start it becomes harder to see their body. It seems as if it's like warbling and shifting around in your vision. Make an Arcana check. Multi.
Okay. And my next ability score.
Okay, both of you guys can tell this is the spell blur. It's a very common spell.
I didn't roll.
You have a disadvantage on attack rolls against them. Oh, I thought you already rolled it.
No, sorry, I gotta say.
Did you roll twice then, Isaiah? Okay. That'll be the you don't see. Oh. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, Ares and Argus can see that it's a spell blur.
Oh, blur is such a good spell.
Okay. They're going to cast blur, and they're going to step forward up to where Danny is.
Right.
They're going to get in within melee range of you. They provoke an opportunity attack.
They do? Not
for
from
Neil.
me,
Aries.
from Aries. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Ares rejoins right as they start moving.
Sometimes
This is
when I-
not enough to hit.
Whoop. Goes for an attack. Misses.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, their turn's over. Go ahead. Danny?
Okay.
Death knocked on your door.
What does that mean?
She's there.
Oh,
She's
okay.
here.
I thought
She
she had
ignored.
another. I thought you were
Ares tried
saying
to
she had,
rejoin
like,
in the
another
fight behind them,
ability.
but they're already
You scared
Hey,
her?
wait,
right
quick
next to you.
question. Hey, forced movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, right?
It does not.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I can't like.
By the
shove
way,
people.
remember, whenever you guys' turns are all in a row, you guys can act concurrently. You guys' turns are all in a row,
Oh, Danny's
especially because
turn
there's only one. There's only one enemy.
again. Okay.
Yeah.
Ares is going to act before Danny.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I do my movement then Ares acts or
No,
no?
no,
Okay.
don't do it.
Word.
Ares
Uh,
is gonna move here, and he's gonna try and launch you really far with a shove. You gonna let him do that?
Launch me?
Because it's forced move. It's forced movement. He's gonna shove you as hard as possible to try and send you as far as possible.
Will it do any damage, DM?
No.
Well, does Ares give any indication? I'm kind of just gonna. I'm gonna fight, man.
Just move.
Ah. That's my consent.
Okay, move
Okay.
5 feet in the opposite direction.
All right. And a shove is a. Let's see. Shoving is.
It's an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're the
And
new
then,
type of monk.
And then he keeps he stays right here, and then he moves the sword right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's going to attack with it.
Sword can.
He's gonna as the sword comes behind her, she's gonna ignore the sword.
Okay. That gives how much? How much
Pull,
bonus to hit?
pull up the sheet, pull up the reference and look.
I'm telling you, as soon as I get rid of Featherfall, we're gonna need it.
Okay.
Sword crits. By the way, the sword has disadvantage to hit, so it doesn't have
28.
advantage. So it's just the first roll.
Why does that disadvantage?
No, it doesn't have advantage because it has disadvantage. So it's just a normal roll.
Yeah, I asked why it had disadvantage. I didn't ask what is disadvantage.
Because blur is going on.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, the first roll was the crit.
Yep, it hits. It's a crit.
What does she look like again during Blur? Can you describe it?
It's as if it's as if her image on the world is like it's harder to see her. It seems as if her body is warbling around. It's hard to see, especially as she moves and moves, blocks attacks. It's harder to see exactly where she is.
I see.
Well,
12 damage.
that's like what force damage? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Keep going. Danny, make your turn.
Gotcha.
Concurrence.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on her. So have her do a Wisdom save.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
Yes, and then I'm gonna.
She fails.
Okay, so she has disadvantage on her next attack roll, and takes that 4 damage, and then I'm gonna try and shove her prone again. So strength save.
Does she take 2 damage?
Huh?
So she's focused on Ares right now, by the way, right?
No, she's ignoring the sword.
Yeah, she's ignoring the sword, but is she focused on Ares?
Yep, she's looking at him. She's the only other attacker in her range.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, sorry, 2. I saw your 4 and I thought it was the 4 damage. Yeah, dang, 2d4. Give me.
Anything else?
Yeah, I go to shove her. So do the strength save. Or is that what
You're gonna
that
walk up and
7
shove her?
is? No.
You're gonna
telekinetic.
telekinetic.
Yep. Sorry.
No, that was their
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
What was the 4 then?
Her wisdom save.
Oh, she
Meant to
had
give advantage. Crit fails. She
you
fails the save.
She's knocked prone. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Then
Oh,
she
that's
has
not the right.
disadvantage on her next attack, right?
I forgot. I added the wrong modifier onto it, but thing still holds.
Okay.
As you rolled a 1.
So now it's Argus.
Vicious Mockery gives disadvantage on next attack, right?
Yep.
Okay. Argus goes down to 120 feet. And then as he does this, he's going to go ahead and cast Firebolt once more.
Sure.
All right, he gets a 9, so it's not hitting. Go ahead, move back up to 145.
Sure. At the end of your turn?
Yep.
I want that guess. Yes. Is that the end of everyone's turn?
Seems to be.
Is that all you see? Violence on movies and
then
sex on TV.
Take a full minute to cast Tiny Hut.
Which we used to rely. Luckily, there's a family guy. Luckily, there's a man who positively can do. Laugh and cry.
I don't remember the one before Laugh and Cry.
By the way, how injured does she look?
She looks really beat up. You guys have done a fair amount of damage to her, especially when she was holding back near the beginning. You guys got some good hits in. But since then, you've not hit. You've definitely slowed down the damage to her. You maybe hit the equivalent of one more good smack in.
Me when the crit.
I will say the total damage you've done to her amounts to 62. Including
40
moving and healing damage.
Blur's concentration, right?
It is.
Did she make a concentration save when she got hit by the spiritual weapon?
She did.
Or by the vicious.
She did. I'm rolling. I don't roll all of the rolls publicly. I just roll the ones that I choose to.
We're just holding.
I'm keeping track of everything. Yeah, it's fine. If I didn't, I would say she drops it because I didn't make the save. But she made it. And so we continue. Anything else in the way? No? Okay, we continue. Her first attack this turn is made with disadvantage.
DM, quick question.
Yeah.
Is if you're rolling a save, does that count as a? I'm probably wrong now. I'm thinking about this, but is a save count as like an ability check, or no? They're like very different.
It's a great answer. The answer is I've decided it doesn't really make it that clear anywhere, and I think the only answer to take is no, that they're not the same thing. An ability check refers to
like
every other skill roll,
ability,
except for and then saving throws are specifically different.
Okay, sounds good.
I think that's fair enough because I think that feature you're talking about, I don't think it should apply to saving throws.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little OP if I can use my cutting words to make it so that they failed or like potentially fail saving throws. Anyway, thank you for the clarity.
Apparently, they allow you to do it in Baldur's Gate 3, but not in regular D&D.
This is Baldur's Gate.
I will say for most things, the only reason I hold up that ability checks are not saving throws is specifically for cutting words. However, there's not really anything else that just uses the word ability checks. It should really use skill checks. I don't know why it doesn't. There's a term right there that would make it non-ambiguous.
I'm pretty sure there's
But,
another
yeah.
feature that uses ability checks. I don't remember what it was though.
But it's a little annoying. Yeah.
I mean, the
Okay.
thing is,
You're just gonna strike at Ares.
it's not like guidance would affect a saving throw, for example.
Yeah,
Does that say ability checks?
I think because I've used guidance before on someone.
She rolls a 14 to hit Ares.
That wouldn't hit.
It would not hit. So she does not push back. She did not put. She chooses to not press the attack. She attacks a second time. She crits. Since the link was down, she has to. She
I'm
uses
going
her
to cutting
effect to
words
reestablish.
that-
You can't cutting words a crit.
Really?
You can't. You can reduce the. Whenever you add a modifier, you can change the total, but you're not changing the
Ooh,
dice.
Crit rules.
Isaiah can change the dice, right?
I get you.
Isaiah can change the dice. No other than Porn, no other effect changes the dice. So
Dang.
My other die.
if she rolls a 20 and she has a minus 50 to hit, it's still a hit because she rolled a 20.
That's crazy. Okay, then thank you. I don't. Thanks for the clarification.
She says, it's really not very kind to hit a lady in the back. She hits him for 30 damage.
Damn.
You feel a psychic link suddenly go into you, Danny.
Oh fuck!
Actually, wait. Let me see if there's anything Ares can do. I
you
wanna
just
see.
pop that shit on. That's crazy.
I will say they have to take once the link ends, they have to take another turn to redo it, and there is a way to end the link that they mentioned.
Man, I hope I don't take this
This is a
straight.
high level enemy. I will say, Danny, something special happens with you. You feel you can't help but watch as Ares goes for. Ares seems almost a little
Oh,
angry.
wait.
Takes a step too quick,
I am gonna.
and then I'm
cutting
going to allow
words-
this as.
I can cutting words the damage roll though, so I am going to do that. If that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
if
know
you
what?
reduce
Yeah, sure.
by-
Then that doesn't need to happen.
Sorry.
Okay.
If you reduce it by at least 5, then he will not go to this attack.
6.
So he would have 2 HP.
The total damage is 33.
So
no,
reduced
bro, you just
to
added-
27.
That's the D4 I've been adding to every attack, Isaiah. It's the D4
Well, yeah, no,
necrotic
but you
damage.
didn't add it until after I'll be cutting words did, bro.
Well, yeah,
Well,
because
you
it's a
forgot.
different effect. That's from the okay. In the same way that your smite damage can't crit, the necrotic damage doesn't crit. This is an additional build. This is an additional thing.
Yeah. So what's the total damage?
I was just
after-
okay. Basically, it was the damage was going to down both of them, so I was going to do something else, and not do the full damage because adding the extra damage wasn't necessary. Since you're cutting words, I now need to show that the thing is as well. Albie wants the cutting words anyway because this allows him to not go down.
Yeah. So just 27, and I'll stay up with 1 if I'm to take the same damage. With
Yeah. Yes. Her D4 is part of the initial link damage. She hits for a big hit. She readies an attack that seems to be primed to hit Ares' throat. Instead, she does a strong uppercut with the rapier and knocks him on his ass.
Cutting with the rapier is crazy.
Yeah,
How do
it
you
seems that
even do that?
Ares
It's
left
like-
himself completely open, and she would have been able to deal a lethal blow to him if she would have been able to do a lethal blow to him. It seems if she wasn't holding back. But for the sake of the game, you still take the damage because essentially Ares leaves himself completely vulnerable through a strong hit. So he does it.
Dang.
Every attack gets flavored. Okay, Danny, you're at 1 health.
Yep.
She's going to step forward here and end her turn in front of you.
No, wait, is she downing Ares then?
Yeah, Ares is down. Unless you have something that stops it.
Oh no, he doesn't have like any reactions.
Yeah.
If he was an orc, he would have relentless endurance, or a half orc. I mean.
Okay, her turn ends. Danny, you feel a chill go down your spine. Fight or flight begins to take over. That was a serious hit. You're about knocked on your knees, but you feel your pride tugging away at you. You don't just want to go down. She hasn't even landed a direct hit on you this whole time.
I morph into.
You
an
have something
orc.
that could stop this. You have something that could stop this.
I do.
You
I
can
know.
put on the mask.
I know.
Show her. She's doing all these big strikes. I mean,
I don't need to prove.
maybe a certain someone would be able to help.
It's true.
Hey, come on. Do it. We can't look like chumps.
Well, give
Do
me a
it.
shot.
Do
Hold on.
it. Do it.
I still have a chance to cast a few things before I put on. Or are you counting putting on? The
No,
mask as
you're
an
literally
action?
going down next turn. You're going
Bro.
down next turn.
Bro.
What
no,
action
no,
did
wait.
I say is it to put on the mask?
Huh?
What action did I say is it to put on the mask?
I thought it was an object interaction. Am I
That's
wrong?
fine. No, that's fine.
Okay. Word.
I didn't mean to. The mask is supposed to be something that once it comes off, it doesn't come up. You can put it on at any time you want and then keep fighting.
See, that's what I was thinking. So I'm
Fine.
gonna go again and attempt another hold person at the first level. So
And all it does is the move your feet, right? And that's what it does.
Yeah.
It's just all it does is just let you is do the dodge assist right now, right? There's no other bonuses.
To
I thought there was a damage bonus or something.
To the mask.
Yeah.
Yes, the reduced damage thing. That's all I got
Yeah.
so far. We were fleshing out some more stuff.
Just make.
It's just we didn't finish.
But yeah, it's a strong enough feature. I don't think it needs anything else. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't add something and then forget about it. Please
That'd be
continue.
a strong
We haven't used
feature
this in a
if you-
long time.
Be a strong feature if you ever used it, Albie.
Girl, it's called,
Anyway,
it's
so you
called
got
role
old
playing.
person?
Yes. Have her.
Yeah, Isaiah. It's called 9.
She fails.
Mhm.
So she's paralyzed again. Paralyzed from the neck down. And you said I could put on the mask at any time or any time during my turn.
Anytime during your turn.
Wait,
I
Do
pull it
it.
out. I figured, let's have some fun. Why don't we?
come on,
What
are
was
we
his
having
name?
fun?
Keller, right? Or was it Keller? Keller?
It's Jared.
No,
Oh.
Hamza knows what I'm talking about.
No, it's Kelly.
Oh,
Keller?
it's a
Okay,
separate thing.
thank you. All right. I pull that John out, and I thought it. See, I was looking at my notes earlier, and I don't think I wrote down everything about the mask, to be honest. Yeah. It just says that I also take, because I think since I opened my character via I copied it over. Oh no, that shouldn't have done anything. Nope, I see it. Never mind. So I take the 10 psychic damage and
I believe-
the 10 temp health. I take 2 guaranteed psychic damage, doubles whenever used. Got it. Yeah, I didn't get the thing we were talking about with the double or with the extra damage or like combat focus, you called it or something. I was just double checking.
You're good.
Okay. Yep, I'm gonna swing with the serrated bone sword at her. She got back up, right? She's not prone anymore. Right, yeah, because she hit. Okay, never mind. Nice. Does an 8 hit?
1 second. 1 second. You've already taken your action to do hold person.
That's true. My fault. Okay. I'm gonna try and shove her down again then when you get a second.
Okay, she fails.
Cool. She's prone. That's my turn.
Are you wait? Are
Sorry,
you really
let's
gonna
take it
shove her down when we both have ranged attacks? And we
I
could
don't
just
I
use
don't
our
just have ranged attacks.
Hey, he makes his.
Well,
I
yeah, no,
can't-
but we both. I don't have non-ranged attacks, and Ares is down.
Bro, it helps me.
Okay, but you could also use ranged attacks because you have ranged attacks.
I'm not gonna run. Like, also, I don't want to waste all my spell slots. Also, my ranged attacks aren't that good.
You don't
I
have
just
cantrips?
thunder-
Wait, bro doesn't have cantrips. He
I
forgot
have-
to get the cantrips.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
it's not.
I-
It's not
it's
your
just-
character. Just get on with it.
I
He's
have
already
Vicious
chosen to do it.
Mockery and Thunder
He
Wave. Those are
doesn't
my
consider
main-
Argus in the moment. Let's move on.
Thank you. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Yep. Yep. When you're incapacitated, you're not allowed to continue concentrating. So Blur ends, by the way, when she gets held person.
Let's go. Cool. That's
You just start getting some consumables like some
the
bombs
end of
and
my
shit.
turn. Or are you doing something, Hamza? I'm sorry.
It's the end of your turn. Yes,
Yeah.
you get turns are happening exuberantly. I don't feel the need to say it. I mean,
I need to purchase.
Oh, it's
bombs.
Argus next. I thought that was her picture.
yeah, he was.
Sorry, I just get paranoid that I don't actually say I end my turn and we just sit there.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, you never say it.
Okay, bro.
Put the McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Flame Grilled Whopper, and the
Whopper, Whopper,
Mul-
Whopper, Junior, double, triple, Whopper.
Well, actually, when someone is downed, are you able to miss them if they are paralyzed?
you have advantage to hit them. You have disadvantage from being a ranged attack. The roll is neutral.
Okay, then it's not that
Oh, I
bad.
The
did.
disadvantage comes from the fact that they are lying on the ground and they're harder to see because they're less of a target.
Oh. I
They're,
feel like
they're a pancake.
they're fanned out though.
Go
But
ahead,
Argus isn't
fire.
directly above them.
Oh, fair enough.
Going to fire.
Sorry, Arg.
Firebolt.
They're still as fanned out, except for now he can. 11 misses.
All right.
However, attacks against them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, please going forward, actually roll your attacks,
Yeah.
just so you know, because you can miss. You do have advantage, but I think sometimes Ares wasn't rolling his attacks against them.
Gotcha.
Okay, go
All
ahead. I'm not going back or anything on it. But
So
keep it
then
going.
is it back to her turn, or are we doing Ares?
No. Still Isaiah's turn. She misses that. Anything else, Isaiah?
I don't know. That'd be it. He goes back up
Okay,
to
Ares.
5 feet. That's it.
Ares.
He's
downed.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Argus.
And a turn.
You should.
Okay.
You no, you don't have any like void spells. I was gonna say you can drop things on her.
All right, I'm dumping on my bag of holding.
Yeah, bro. No,
I
you
That's
just
not how you
need
roll
a.
that.
What's
I
that
kept
one
an animal
spell
in
that
there
like
this whole
you
time.
can teleport someone? You just teleport Tiny up in the
16
air with you.
16,
Have Tiny
16
in the
death
bag
attack,
of
right?
holding and drop Tiny on top of them. That goes crazy.
I mean, Tiny's over here. If you want him, he'll come over.
Dude,
No, there's no need.
the rods from God.
It's not like you're
Anyway,
fighting killer.
yep. He breaks free. As she ends her turn and she breaks free of hold person.
Dang it.
Allowed to move again.
Alright.
She can as well
Alright.
now take reactions.
Okay. Seeing that it is my turn, she's still prone though, right? So I still get advantage. Okay. Going to roll my serrated bone shard.
Are you sure you don't want to? Hey, just so you know, are you sure you don't want to heal on the same turn you put the mask on? Or are you going to healing word yourself?
Girl, she did.
I mean, how is Danny gonna heal enough to not get one shot anyway?
That's what I was thinking.
What do you mean that's what you were thinking? Do you not read your feature?
What?
Do you not read your feature?
Which one?
That's not how that works. Your mask feature.
Yeah, I can. Oh, right. I just.
I'm saying, like, you didn't have to stop paying attention. It's only
No. I just always assumed that I had enough health to do it. Yeah, I should probably cure wounds.
Okay.
Thanks, DM.
You're
Okay.
welcome, player. I won't keep doing this. Is the reason why we're
6
doing this, so everyone can get used to their features again.
I cure wounds on myself, 6 HP. I'm up to 7. Jeez. All right, and then
You gotta dust it off.
Yeah, I end my turn. There's no.
Well,
I
don't
guess.
you want to do something first? You got to do it on your turn, Albie.
Oh, it does not.
Wait, what do you mean?
Have you put on the mask yet?
Yeah, I did.
It
was
is
last
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you did. I didn't think you
No,
put
it's
it on
okay.
yet because you didn't need to. Okay. Anyway, well,
Wait.
this description happens then.
Can I shove
You see
myself
Danny, no,
with the telekinetic? No. Okay.
no.
Oh. Okay.
Dan, you see from a distance, Danny reaches in for the item on top of his bag. He dusts off the front of it and then puts it on. You see immediately as he dons the mask, his body immediately jerks into a position where where from a slight slouch he goes to standing tall. He also takes up a stance similar to a duelist, as if he actually knows how to hold a weapon with much care.
I can't wait for him to get one shot.
Okay. That's the end of his turn, Argus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw another. This time it'll be with disadvantage. Another firebolt. No, actually, I'm just gonna go higher. Since there's such a low chance to actually hit, there's no reason to try.
I mean, you might as well try. You won't deal damage otherwise.
Gonna go up to 180. No, not that high. With a disadvantage turn, I'm just gonna go up to 175 feet. Stay there.
Bro, what happens when you
Enter.
get paralyzed? Do you just like fall to the ground and die?
Someone's gonna
If you get
paralyze.
paralyzed in the air, then you will just fall into the ground and take the subsequent damage. But there are some spells that denote that flying creatures affected by them safely glide down.
Me when I cast Hold Person on Argus.
Can't
No,
reach
if
me.
you did cast Hold Person, then that would just make him fall like a rock.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's out of range for a Hold
175
Person
feet.
anyway.
Is he? I thought it was. I thought range was 300. Let me double check. Just for
On a
funsies.
Hold Person, I don't believe so.
There's no shot that that'd be the case.
Well, let me check the third level because the third level increases its range. Oh no, regular is 60 feet, but
I mean, Argus, is that the end of your turn?
no, I
Yeah,
can't. I can't.
nothing else.
What's your flying height?
Like
At this
180.
point, it would be 175.
Okay. He stands back up. We're going to assume spiritual weapon is dispelled. She stands back up, and as she stands up, before she steps over into your well, she starts her turn here. She stands back up. She looks up at Argus, and she twirls her rapier in a circle, and she targets Argus with the spell effect. Argus, make the strength save.
I'm going to.
Oh, must I ask? Oh, by the way, are you within 300 feet at 175 feet into the sky?
Going to.
The answer is yes. I'm just
give
clarifying.
myself. Yeah, just hop on my knee. You can do that.
Yeah, hop off his meat so someone else more worthy can hop.
Because we could just give people, I know. He just gave him infinite range, basically, because he doesn't want me to be.
Well, no, I've asked you. It's a spell that has a target of 300 feet. Are you within 300 feet? I'm sorry. I'm not Wizard of the Coast. I don't design these spells.
No, you
Wait, you're
literally
not
have been
Wizards
changing.
of the Coast?
Nah, you literally been changing spells, and then you're acting like that. This is something.
Yeah, and
different,
I
like,
clearly defined. Yeah, and I clearly
No,
defined when a spell is changed. This is using a regular spell that is available to you and unchanged. You don't even know what spell it is yet. You haven't even rolled the save or made an Arcana check to see. Okay, you fail. Would you like to change that?
I'm gonna be lucky.
Go ahead.
I need to click the feature, then click this feature, and I shall roll it again. Whoever this time
Okay.
is lower.
It also fails.
Squidward, 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 Squidward.
Okay, I suppose it happens.
Okay. Make an Arcana check, both of you guys.
Where is Arcana? Here we go. I wouldn't know.
If it fails. Suddenly, you see strips of magical energy begin to surround you. The magical flight you felt before seems to stop on a dime, and you lose control in the air. You start descending at a speed of 60 feet per round.
don't know what this spell is.
I knew it.
Danny, you recognize the spell as the spell Earthbind. The common, it's
Damn!
common for people to use.
Bro hit
It's
you
common
with
for
the,
people to use it against flying foes.
Bro hit you with the smackdown from Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
a
a common spell
fighter.
learned to deal with fighting to deal with flying foes.
In like the Arakaka War.
Yeah, your movements, your speed is currently at 0, and your flying speed is 0, and you descend 60 feet vertically downwards
Softly?
at every turn until you reach the ground or until the spell ends. It's a concentration spell. You don't remake the save. Your flying speed is 0, and you're currently falling. The speed you're descending at is safe, and you don't take any damage when you touch the ground.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I gotta go catch him.
I'm going to say that you at the start of your turn, you start to descend. So whenever you start your turn, you'll descend by 60 feet. Your last flying height was what? Remind me at
175.
Okay, so
it
it'll
takes
take you 3 turns to
37.
reach the ground.
Can he still do stuff
Okay.
while he's falling or no?
Yeah, his flying movement speed is set to 0. That was her action.
So it's mine.
He
Or-
doesn't. So therefore, that it'll be the end of her turn.
Nice.
Yep, she's standing up in front of you.
Shit. Okay. I forget. Were we doing any like brace actions things that you were talking about or no?
Nope, that's a monk feature. Also, you're already bracing as much as you can. I
Fair
don't think.
enough.
Remember, you're not in charge anymore.
That's true. Okay. I'm gonna hit up another cure
And if you-
wounds just to be safe. So I can do
You
this.
feel the need to start bracing your body against further attacks. However, it feels the force controlling you is much more confident in its guards than you're tensing.
Actually,
You're unable to do it.
I am going to cast Thunderwave. Have a roll a Constitution save.
A Constitution saving throw.
I know, right?
23.
That passes. Dang it. Take 3 damage.
I thought Thunderwave is take 0 on a fail.
Nope, half.
Half and don't get pushed back. Okay.
Yeah,
fair
I
enough.
was trying to go for the pushback. I was hopeful.
About that, just so you know, when Ares went down, the link between you and him ended.
I figured.
It seems that it's unable that she can't
That would be
strike at
unfair.
corpses
She
for
could
free
just
shits.
Keep stabbing Ares and it kills me.
Yeah.
That'd be funny though.
Wow, DM, you think of everything.
Bro, that's 1 glaze point.
Okay.
That means I
Thank
get
you.
every glaze
Is that the end of your? use a bonus
I
action?
go for the shove down again. The proner.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
What's the DC's 15?
I'm sorry, I misput their strength score.
It was a
No, they rolled the same roll again.
23.
Wait, they failed. They're not prone.
Oh, I thought you meant the same as.
Bro,
Okay.
bro is living in the past.
That's the end of my turn.
Bro's
Bro,
living in
she's
the past,
been
dude.
like face planted on the floor like 4 times.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Okay, Argus, you're falling at a speed of 60 feet.
I'd be at 115 at the moment then, and she's standing upright, correct?
No, she's on the floor.
Nope, she's on the ground. She just got knocked prone.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yep, she's been doing it as bonus action.
Danny, worthless. I think it into my mind as
Bro,
I
you're
slowly
falling.
drift down.
It's not my fault you flew away. Coward.
This guy doesn't have a single brain in his head. With all those extra ghosts, not one brain. Unbelievable.
How dare he not focus on my ability to fight over his?
There's 2 of us here. Both of us are able to attack at range.
No, there's only one of us
Only
here.
one of us is able to attack at melee.
No, there's only one of us here.
Maybe I should find a good group.
Maybe you should be.
I
on
mean,
the
you have
ground.
tax that use saves instead. Why don't you just use those?
That's what I've been doing.
Because
It
I
seems
got
like
web.
I've hit every wisdom save and strength save, so.
I got web, which is
Dude,
a dex save.
I
I
love
got
web.
lightning bolt, which is a dex save. and I got Dragon's Breath, which is a dex save, and I got Burning Hands, which is a dex save, and she's a dex fighter.
Bro, why didn't you diversify? You're a wizard. You're a utility caster.
Actually, I think it's the other way around. He's the damage caster, but it's the way the cookie crumbles.
I got intel saves, whiz save, con save. Actually, I don't think I have a single dex save, but I have or charisma save. I don't have
I'd
any
have to look at
charms.
the list,
How did I
but
not
at this
put
point,
any
I
charm
could only
effects?
take two. I could only take 2 spells per level, so it wouldn't really change anything anyway.
Wait till that juicy
Uh,
level up, Isaiah.
I suppose I dodge.
Wait till I can Eldritch Blast.
In the air, 120 feet away.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge.
Sure.
It'll give me advantage on a dex save in this next turn.
Okay. You do understand that Earthbind is not a save you make at the end of your turn, correct?
No, she's gonna hit me with the dex save.
Just making clear. Okay. Ended both of your turns?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. She steps forward. She's going to. She looks up at Argus slowly falling, and she says, well, he'll be with us in a minute.
How dramatic.
Uh,
How dramatic. God
She
damn
makes her
it.
first attack against you. It's a 24
I
to hit.
forget he does that. What was the attack?
24 to hit.
That
So 24 to hit?
misses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Roll your
do you
damage.
choose to make a miss?
Huh? No, I'm
Okay,
out of
do you
bardic inspiration.
miss? No, your feature. Word, you
No.
choose to make a miss, I believe, right?
Bro doesn't read his abilities.
Bro, no, I thought the mask just reduced the damage. Like, oh yeah.
No, it stopped you from getting hit by it.
Yeah, but I still take 2 psychic. That's exactly what it was.
Okay, anyway, you see that she steps forward with the powerful strike and she says,
Yeah.
left unguarded again. You see, and as she strikes forward right for center mass to do the same move she did to knock out Ares. Instead, you feel your body suddenly jerk, and you do a weird bow back like you're doing the limbo technique.
I'm him.
And you see Argus as he uncannily, as the whole move dodges uncannily. Your body strains as it moves unnaturally. But you continue. Her attack is missed. You take 2 damage.
Oh yeah.
She makes another attack.
Does it look like his bones are bending? Is he okay?
No, it just looks like he's kind of snapping around, and you see him kind of
29
wincing
to hit?
as he does. 29 to hit. You see he makes another attack forward with it.
I do it again. I'll take
As
the
you-
4.
Do it again. As you do, you see Danny does an expert dodge where he takes his sword and calmly brushes her rapier aside as she tries to attack. She tries to make another attack right as she tries to make another decisive but non-lethal blow. He expertly dodges it away. Danny, you feel yourself wince again. You feel your consciousness wavering.
Technically,
You
I
feel
have
your consciousness
11 health,
wavering.
though, because of the temp HP. Remember?
Oh yeah, you also have your 11 health.
Yeah.
Remove your temp HP first, of course.
Huh?
Yeah, you should remove your temp HP first. Always.
Yeah. I don't have a slot anymore on the thing, so I'm just mentally keeping track of it.
Okay, well, just put your health back up and keep mentally keeping track of it.
Okay, do you want me to go to
It's how much is the temp? 8?
10.
Yeah, go back to 10. Yeah, okay, yeah. Go back to whatever it should be. And keep tracking. Or that, or just add it to your max HP, just so I can see.
That's what I was doing. But
Now, I will say, when I see your health, it's mostly just for descriptions.
I still have 4 temp HP left. That's
anyway.
Okay. That's how
she ends her turn and says, finally something. Interesting. Didn't realize you were a skilled duelist, or is it not you?
Well, that's
okay.
metagaming.
Player turns.
She's not that smart, bro.
It's very clear to see that you are not, that there is something. It's not that hard to see that you're being possessed by something. Your body is snapping around and looking as if she doesn't know what's happening, but you put on the mask and all of a sudden you're snapping around. She might assume it's some magic item doing it, but she knows that whatever it is, this is not how you normally move.
It's true. I'm normally much more sexier.
Well, now you could say a 29 to hit doesn't hit. Ain't it
That's
nice?
true.
Yeah,
29
it's
to
player's
hit
turn.
does not
Continue.
hit. You know what? I gotta look on the
Continue.
bright side. Yes? Hello?
Players, go. It's your turn.
Mr. Brightside.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna descend.
Don't worry, there's a timer going.
I am casting Cure Wounds on myself again. For 10. Oh.
Yeah.
Does that get rid of my temp or does it go under my temp?
No, it goes
just
under your
gonna-
temp. Your temp is just a shield you have. Imagine it's like a
All right.
bubble on top
Yeah,
of
I know. I'm just at.
Imagine you have a Zarya shield on you with an amount of HP. Once
I
it
am
pops, you'll start
Zarya,
taking
bro.
damage again.
Sorry,
Go run
that's crazy.
Krovi. Or what did she say? Anyway.
That's
Oh yeah, shove her down
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Okay.
Wait, so how? Wait, does he just not make a? Is she not making a strength save?
No, she is. She rolled a 24. She saved this time.
Oh, she saves.
No, she rolled a two. She rolled a 2 on the strength save twice now for the getting shoved.
Crazy.
This time she stays up.
I was gonna say
yeah.
like,
Get up.
ain't no way.
Alright, that's my turn. Argy. Argy Fargy.
Okay, Argy, start of your turn. You drop another 20. You are now 55 feet above the ground.
Yeah, I know. Mentioned that. 13 doesn't hit.
Bro, just cast fly again.
I'm just gonna loudly announce that I'm gonna concede. All right.
Well, you
And
see,
my
you're
turn
dropping
ends.
out of the fight for now.
The floor is
Oh
lava
no.
challenge.
No, the fight's over, bro. Fight's over. Get real.
Fight's not over till Danny says it's over.
No, it's over.
You can
All
you can
right,
choose to
I'm
retreat
out.
out of the fight.
Danny,
That's
get
what he's
that 1v1. Come on, Danny, you got. Danny,
Wait, no.
and Danny, I know you're wearing the mask now. Lock in. My turn's over.
What a
Okay,
bore.
Okay, so that made the third turn.
Alright.
Oh well, you were almost there. Guess it's just us two now. A nice little dance. 19 to hit.
Let it be so.
Let it be so that it hits or doesn't.
No, like the dance. Shut up. Yeah, I'll take 8 over whatever the fuck 30 you can do. Dang, a plus
Okay.
12? Did
You
you
wanna
know that
wanna
with
see
that
what the damage
plus
would have been?
12, she can always hit me. Wait, except if she rolls a 1. Because that's the 1 rules.
Oh, your AC's 14.
My AC's 13.
Okay, by the way, here's for David, just so you know what you would have taken otherwise.
Thank you. All right, I'll take the 8.
Okay, you take that, and then she goes up for a second attack.
Fuck. I can't
that-
survive this event.
If you ever want to take a pause, feel free to say. 28 to hit.
Okay. Oh, I didn't heal enough. Why did I do the shockwave? I should have cured wounds again. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
You can.
What?
What's end? Remember, you should make sure you have enough health to end your form without knocking
Yeah, I
yourself
know.
out.
I can't do the math real quick. What's 21 minus 8 is 13. Okay. I go 13.
All out of temp.
And then
Y'all let us know.
before the second strike, I concede. I take a knee and I say I yield.
You see an attack is quickly blown away from where your head now is.
And I
She sheeps it. Like, well, I guess that
put
ceases
the
this.
mask away.
Take the mask take off damage.
Yep. So I'm down to 3. Why can't I? There we go.
Just send me a copy of the feature just so I have, because I don't have you guys' written versions of them.
See, I don't think my written version is the most updated, but I will anyway.
It should be. That's why I've asked, because I don't have anything different than that. I just want what you have.
Okay.
That's what you have. Okay. Because I write stuff and I don't always know what the most updated version is. I just trust you to know that. So just DM that to me on Discord. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Take your mask off. You see he goes to help you up, and as she stands up, you realize that she's kind of grabbing Teller's hand as he pulls her up. It feels weird. So you take off the map and you feel it rip against your skin, as if something's not coming out with it. You got to give it a strong tug. You go. Argus, you hit the ground very softly at this point. How are you standing? Were you standing with just like with your arms folded as you're heading down?
He's a little disappointed. But then he goes to help Ares.
As you Argus, as you softly touch the ground, you have to kind of wait a awkward moment as you have to wait for your falling speed to end. But as you do, you touch the ground very softly, and then as the second you do, the binds around you cease to be.
Man. What the fucking counter spells? Not even counter spell. It's a spell that counters my spell.
It's important to be well equipped. All of the Blood Knights, they're like warlocks in a sense. They tap into the king's energy and are able to use it to cast their magics. Most of them are not as adept as I am, though.
I say that's cheating.
Probably a few out there that are. There's definitely more out there that are, especially with weapons that would better suit it. I've since learned a couple spells on my own. Ones that help my fighting style. You know?
I see.
I know of one. I should tell you, I know of one more weapon that might be important. The strongest of the soldiers of darkness. I don't know exactly what their thing does, but there's a reason we should call their weapons armaments instead. Because it's a cuirass, a chess piece.
A chess piece?
All I know is that it allows them to fly freely. I don't know what else it does. Got to be prepared.
Where can I get my hands on a chess piece like this? Kind of feel like these old rags aren't doing me justice anymore.
Would you like me to tend to him quickly, or would you like to do that?
I'm able to just like get up Ares, right?
What do you mean? Tend to what?
Yeah, you can pick him up. He's knocked out. He's just knocked out. She allows you just to like kind of pick him up. I won't give any reaction from him because he's not here right now. But he stands back up, looking a little disappointed, but at the same time excited to fight a strong foe.
Excited that he's still alive at all.
Yeah. By the way, you guys can just go ahead and long rest yourselves immediately. For gameplay purposes, everything you use here is not counted.
Oh, thank you.
It's just the sparring match.
Man, I should have used my meteor shower.
Meteor swarm.
Whatever.
Anyway, well,
you don't.
We might as well
go. Meteor swarm?
You know what? We'll keep the rest of the role play for when people comes back because it'll just be something. I don't know. Would you guys like to finish out the scene at the dinner here? I think I'd rather not, so we can.
I'd also rather
give a chance to the others.
I think. Well, no, we don't not the dinner scene, but Argus would like to just take Danny aside, just like away for a moment.
Sure.
Danny. We're gonna really have to. We're gonna, like, he gets him to a place where no one else could hear. Is anyone like trying to listen in?
You see a Tiny walks up to with Polancus in tow. They're also standing here.
All right, Danny.
What's up?
I'm gonna tell you something. It's a little thing called teamwork. And if you want us to actually ever succeed, you're gonna have to use your brain.
Do not talk to me about teamwork, Mr. Flyaway. We could have used your help down there with some.
You realize spells. I was using. You realize that I do not use a melee weapon. I use spells.
Yes.
And I'm able to cast those from the air.
Right, but guess how long
I am not durable like Ares. It took me a bit of time. However, I'm going to inform you. You are a spellcaster as well. So why would you knock them down? It makes it more difficult to hit them with spells. You know that, don't you?
You obviously aren't as talented in the knowledge of magic as you might seem, but my spells aren't really made for damaging. I mean, I cast with my voice and with my instruments. Do you not realize that? You not realize that I can't summon fire like you can.
Wait,
or
wait,
I
wait,
can't
wait, wait,
fly
wait.
like you can.
I'm going to ask you this.
I mean, you were
So does
teaching
that
me
mean
firebolt.
none of your spells do damage?
They do
None?
damage, but not more like in self-defense. I mean, my main my go-to only makes it so that they're disorientated for a bit, and every other like damaging spell I have ends up just pushing them away. And honestly, they're more sound based.
I think you should probably pick up some new spells.
I've
Seriously.
been trying to get the chance, but we haven't really been able to rest. I need to study up on that. I need to sit down and really reflect on who I am as a person.
All right, all right. I'm going to also. I think you definitely need to learn firebolts. Like, look at this. I throw a firebolt just off into the air. You see that? That really hurts when you could
Yeah,
hit someone with
I
it.
see that,
However,
yes.
if they're lying down on the ground, that's not very easy. So I'd ask that you please don't do that, especially when our new friend here, Ares, is incapable of doing anything.
Listen, it's all I can do when I'm, on the floor, and it's self-preservation. I'm sorry that you can't hit your shots, but I'd rather you not hit your shots than me get hit. Because I can't fly like you can.
Did that prevent her getting knocked down? Did that actually prevent her from hitting you? Because it seems like you were still getting hits until you put your mask on. What was that all about also? That wasn't
I don't
normal.
like putting that thing on.
You're all different. You just
Maybe
gave your body away?
You've seen it before, have you not?
Not like that.
I'm
That was
guided.
different.
I'm protected
Whatever. That's
in
not
a sense.
that's not the matter. I understand that your mask is weird and it
It's
makes
like
you
your
weird.
orb, where you can just change the fate of things.
Yes, yes. But anyway, in the future, as I'm saying, if it's just you and I, please, just don't knock them to the floor, especially if that's not going to change much for you. It changes a whole lot for me.
All right, well, fine. I didn't know that.
Yes, I'd really appreciate that.
But if this was an instance where I need to run away, I'm knocking them to the floor.
Well, yes. I'm simply saying you didn't even run away there.
Well, it was more or less practice and instinct, too.
And well, your mask, it seemed to make it so that you didn't have to run away. So then, why not use it all the time?
I don't like using it.
What's wrong with it?
It hurts. It hurts like hell.
What?
Every time I put it on, it's like I'm hit with a large carriage, but in the mind. It's like having an impossibly long test or having to write a 20-page research document in 2 hours.
That is awful.
It sucks. It physically hurts me through the mind.
But but then again, I'm sure she was hurting a lot more, seeing as Ares went down so quickly.
Yeah, what is the deal with that guy? I figured he could take a lot more.
Which I did want to say. I did want to speak on him actually.
Yeah.
Seeing as he's not here at the moment. He's a Mythian.
Gossip.
Do you know about how much do you know about Mythians?
Actually, can I roll history?
Sure. You remember the time that we had to fight?
Remember,
Mythians?
you guys are from a similar area now, so
All right.
he might have knowledge, especially as he is a lore bard.
Me personally,
He gets to know about cool people.
I don't remember fighting Mythians.
Remember, I let off this start of the session with some recap involving that, but it's chill. That was an offhanded comment.
Lithians.
Yes, you remember the part he is talking about was specifically you guys did fight some Mythians. Remember those strange dragon cultists? They had two hired mercenaries. Yes, and they were Mythians at the front there. You remember you captured one, and you remember the Mythians as well. In general, they're these people that they're from a far off land, across the sea, the nearest continent, but from far off land. For out of character stuff, they're a lot like Greeks and Spartans, right? Like Athenians and Spartans. Their culture is all about
Khazar
war,
Legion, bro.
warfare. They're basically their culture is all about being the best at warfare, right? Their people want to be soldiers, right? The best amongst them, basically,
Said it.
the reason they develop soldiers is that so even their weakest man can be stronger than the soldier of any other legion, right? However, as well, the soldiers that fight by themselves are seen as they have their own thing, but only their best soldiers. But their best soldiers are the ones that don't need to rely on the formation, right? The one that, despite everything else, that without using even their superior techniques, is stronger than other people, right? Strange thing. So now that you think about it, seeing a Mythian here by himself, you don't recognize them because you know that they usually they either travel with other ones or they wear their crests and such. But this Mythian in your party here, he is by himself. He doesn't wear their crest, so he's likely by himself. So that means that he must be on a solo mission, which speaks that he either thinks highly of himself or others think highly of him.
What was the deal with fighting those Mythians again? Like, were they just like trying to kill us like randomly?
They seem that the dragon cultists, there's a bunch of these dragon cultists catching the strange ritual circle that protected them. And it seemed that while they were inside the circle, it like protected against. It counted as, it seemed almost like maybe like an anti-magic barrier, a temporary anti-magic field, where spells coming from the outside would not work. It would just fizzle upon entering the area.
Why did we bump into them?
They seem to have been. They seem to have been a couple of Mythians with a big group of these cultists, maybe hired help. They are known to lend themselves when they're not actively fighting, or even if they are actively fighting, groves of them will go and be mercenaries elsewhere, right? Always seeking war.
Right. Okay. That's cool.
But anyway, you're familiar with them. Do we really think we could trust him? I mean, I was quick to accept him at first because we really need someone on the front lines. But, well, he's a Mythian.
Well, although being a Mythian, I think the greater issue here is that he kind of sucks. I mean,
I'm sure
Mythian,
I would like to point out to you, Danny, you did dodge around maybe like 60 or 70 damage thrown your way.
I think you're giving him a bit of an unfair assessment at the moment. As well,
what do you mean?
I don't think she should be compared to a regular person. The real issue is, how could we trust him? What if someone else throws a gold pouch his way and he kills us in the night?
I thought you had magic protections against that. I thought you didn't need to sleep.
What are you talking about? I've never claimed that. But back on this.
I'm just playing.
Even worse, he might just kill us in the middle of the day. Oh no? Did we really trust him?
Isaiah, roll a charisma save.
Me?
Quickly. No, Isaiah.
Okay, fucking... It's 3.
Wait, you think to yourself, wait, did I say that? You stuttered for a second, trying to think of like, wait, what did I say that? You get confused for a second, you realize, no, he's bullshitting. No, he's bullshitting. No, you didn't say that. Like, you see Argus visibly like stutter for a second, like, he takes a second to think about something, he keeps going.
I don't remember. I don't know. You know, just whatever. The focus is the Mythian. Anyway, this goes back.
How do you cast spells?
Anyway, shush. But anyway, this goes back into my teamwork points. We need to be able to help each other out because
I was helping the Mythian out pretty well. Without my help, the Mythian wouldn't have been able to be as effective.
Well, no. The real focus is we need to focus on us. We don't know if we can trust the Mythian yet. We need to be able to work together. What if he tries something?
Do you guys want to look back at him to see where he is?
Yeah. I hope he's not looming over me.
You see him like kind of hanging by the door. Seems to be chatting with Elados a bit more. Tiny has walked up and given him a little flower.
Oh, does he like take it and sniff it? Like looking like a really innocent guy.
He seems to take it. He seems to like Tiny. He kind of he does the thing where he tries to ruffle Tiny's hair as if he was a small child, but it doesn't work because his head's just a gear.
Argus, you're so...
Tiny seems to enjoy it.
Argus, you're so finicky and paranoid. Why don't we just talk to the man? He might be a
I'm
Mythian,
wary.
but he's still a man.
I am wary of these things. Besides,
just see the
Mythians are from so... Their cultures are completely different than ours. How can we know? We don't know enough.
Can you guys hear the music?
I've heard this
Yeah,
one
we
before.
can hear it.
Let me tell you a story, Argus. There once was a lad who hated clams. He thought that they were so different and terrible. And
Take a D4 psychic damage to tell the clam story.
me?
No! I'm kidding.
No! No!
I'm kidding. You don't have that much health?
Yeah. Well, no, I long rested. Remember? You said we all long rested.
Is
Yeah,
skill
I know.
tier?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You don't need to take it.
I'll
Skill
do
to
it.
give
I think it's funny.
Yeah, this is Nagoro Yuki's theme.
Oh,
I thought it was from Guilty Gear.
I thought this was like Souls music or something.
Bro, play a Souls game, please.
No, when
No,
I
no.
said Soul, I
Soul
meant
bad
Soul
guy.
Soul bad guy.
That's his name.
Oh.
They're a soul bad guy.
Anyway, once was a little man who ate clams because they were different and had different culture than him. But then one day he made clam soup and thought that they were so delicious and hated himself for always avoiding clam. You're like that boy, Argus. Just because this Mythian is different, just because this little clam is different, doesn't mean he can't be delicious.
This analogy is not comparable, unless we were talking about a clam that I was not trying to eat, but a clam that were trying to eat me.
Well,
I don't know. You know, let's put this to rest. Let's see what the orb says.
clams are like.
Then I use the
As you pick up the orb, Argus, and since it's outside, before the orb starts filling with smoke, it has a bit of a gleam as the sun passes through it.
Picking up the orb.
You see a brief reflection on the wall. You see a brief reflection on the nearest on the wall behind you. Something out of place. You turn around. You notice another claw mark.
Oh Lord, the claw marks are back. I think there might be something seriously wrong.
With
Danny.
You? Yes.
Oh, the world is not so tight, right?
Danny,
This is Soul Stone.
we're on the same side. I don't need this snark,
see.
I suppose.
Okay, I'll be
Oh,
serious. What's got your
This is
panties in
serious.
a- What's got your knickers in a jumble? You
Ugh.
seeing visions again?
There's another scratch mark.
What do you mean another scratch mark? Like the same as you? Wait, do I know that he like? Did you openly outside?
Yeah, he pointed out. He pointed out to everyone in the room.
Like the one
He
from the dinner.
just turned around.
Now I see it there. Look,
Where?
look, right
Yes,
there.
Oh, Danny, do you want to investigate?
Yes, I do.
Look closely.
I'll get
You want to try and do you want to try some mass gameplay?
Can I give like a
first,
help action?
tell me what I see with normal eyes and like normal will. No,
Okay, give me a perception, and you can roll any other skill rolls you think are necessary.
Can I give a help action?
I'm sorry,
like,
investigate
I-
as well. Roll any ability skill checks you think. Roll any 2 ability skill checks you want. You can roll one more other than
Any of
investigation. Okay.
Okay.
Any 2 ones that you think would help here. If they're not helpful, then they won't do anything, right? If you try to roll athletics against it, it won't do anything. For example.
Will history do anything?
Can I
Okay,
give
sure.
a help action? Like just pointing
no,
out the
it's not
exact
needed.
Grooves. Okay.
Yeah, actually, sure. You can point out exactly where you see them and give an outline of it.
It's
You have some
right
chalk in
here.
your. How about you have some chalk out and you try to start drawing a line? Okay, Danny, you look over with it. You start thinking it over. Okay, you look at it. You start going through the details in your head. He said chalk marks are right. Claw marks are right here. He marks them out. Argus, do you want to try and touch them?
Yes, I like move my hand over it, saying, literally here. Look.
If you try to move your hand over it, you feel that the stone is completely. It's not smooth, but it's rough. You should be able to put your fingers through the indentations, but you can't.
Huh?
As you go and as you run your hand across it to try and feel the grooves, the chalk marks stay in the same place, but you see that the claw marks seem to smooch away and start fading. You did this to 2 of the claw marks. One of them still remain.
just wiping them away.
Okay, he just said he wiped them away after touching them. And when he touched the wall, he didn't put his hands into it. So they have to be incorporeal, right? It's not a physical thing that's affecting, unless it's some high level magic, then that means it can't be. This is your perspective, Danny. It can't be something. This seems to be something that Argus can see and specifically, and not something that you are being prevented from seeing, right? That's what you gather here. You roll history to try and think of something like this. You're coming up to a blank. I mean, you don't quite have enough information, but since you rolled a 26, I will let you roll an additional roll.
Of history,
if you get higher,
else?
Yes. If you get higher than a 16, or you get a 16 or higher, then you'll learn something. If not, because this is a very hard roll, and you crit on something that I didn't think should be.
Dang it!
This would normally be impossible, but you crit to a 26, so I'll allow you to do something else.
I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration.
Is it possible for me to help?
Do you want to pour in it? You can. How about you use your pour in from the last rest? Okay. Yeah, but you have a 20. You have a 20.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My portents are going to reset, right?
You'll have to roll new portents next time we start. So you can throw a portent at this if you want.
I can use a bardic inspiration to help out.
No, I'll use.
It's fine. Don't use your features from this rest yet. Here, we'll let you use a feature from the previous rest.
Oh, okay.
But from then on, we're not gonna. For then on, you'll have to use new features if you want to investigate more. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. But since you rolled a 26 and you have a 20 saved up, I'll let you to do it. You start thinking to this. It nags in your head. You've never heard something like this with claw marks. You have to basically comb through 50 tales in your heads to be you start singing some songs. You're like, there once was a man,
Ballad of Scala.
big and stout, a beast of the Isles of Treasure and Snow. You think of something. Actually, you think back to something you do, a ghost story. Someone haunted by something.
No,
but the ghost wasn't fake. It was a real ghost.
Phantom family.
Not a very hungry family. It's not a very hungry family.
Hungry family.
Okay, this.
Sorry, yeah.
This is something. If it seems for what you know, Argus can see it, and he can't even touch it. And when he tries to touch it, it just disappears. You can't see it, and when he tries to touch it, it's not even there, right? So it's something that he can see that no one else can see. His orb can't even see it. You think that this must be something that's lurking in the ethereal plane. Some kind of spirit.
Oh, Argus.
You also, with your investigation, since your total roll is so high, whatever is doing this is some great beast, but it could be a mundane beast. Maybe some kind of large cat or bear or something could make claw marks of this size. Notably, it's 3 claw marks, plane? which is kind of unnormal.
You say ethereal?
Yes, something ethereal, some kind of spirit.
So, Danny, what could this be? Do you know?
Yes, it's coming.
Danny kind of takes out a notebook and starts writing something out as if he's thinking while writing.
Yes. Oh, Argus, I have good or bad news, depending on how you take it. But in Legends of old, there are these creatures that exist beyond our realm, exist in a plane that no one has really ventured or explored. They exist in the ethereal plane. And considering this is these marks, you're wiping them away. You can't really feel them, but no one else can see them, not even your orb, correct? That means
they're not showing up on it.
Right. All those clues point to this being an interdimensional beast. Or some large bear or cat-like creature. And the only thing is that, well, these sorts of things are very rare and very unknown. So this is the good or bad part. This creature may be benevolent or malevolent. We don't really know.
You feel like you're misrepresenting a little bit. Normal ghosts do exist in the ethereal plane, but usually they're more they move between planes a bit more. This is something that's solidly ethereal, which is a little different.
This thing belongs to the ethereal plane, not ours. And it seems to be connected to you somehow, or calling out to you some way. Don't know. Have you any knowledge some sort of tampering with the ethereal plane. Your lineage, family, your legacy, your what was the word? Ancestry.
Can I make like a history check or something? Just thinking about like my family history that could be associated with this.
Sure. Go ahead. DC set. Okay, that passes it. That's an insight roll. What's your history modifier?
Oh, I clicked insight. Oh yeah, no, that it's the same thing. They're both +6.
Okay. Your family has never been haunted by ghosts. Your father says Your father has said before, don't fear ghosts because they're just creatures of another realm. Out of the box doesn't fit here. I love the
I guess
subbing.
when
So.
he becomes like Ghost Man, and I become.
Get Johnny.
You said don't worry. You said don't fear. You said don't fear ghosts and such because they do exist and things can be done about them.
Don't fear the Reaper.
Don't fear the Reaper. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. Let me think back. Big cat? Oh, something crosses your mind. The only reference you know that a big cat that had anything to do with you is your mother's house before she was married. Their crest had a panther on it.
Perhaps it's not on my father's side. Perhaps I'll have to contact him in the near future, asking about this. Then perhaps my mother could convey a message through him. I don't know. I don't like the idea of being stalked by an ethereal beast, though. Sounds.
We don't know if you're stalked with poor intentions or if you're being safeguarded. Did he openly say? Did you openly say the thing about the panther, or were you just like?
No, I haven't said that.
Okay. But yeah. Well, like I said, we don't know if this is a good or bad thing. It's just a thing that's happening.
Well, I hope I can just put it aside in my mind.
You
At
haven't
least
made
for the
any
time
poor
being.
deals.
Not some kind of warlock. Never
You
do
don't
anything
need to be
stupid.
a warlock to make deals. You just need to be foolish enough. And then the irony sets in.
But anyway, I'd just like to leave.
Why
it
don't
as
fear the
this.
Reaper? Yeah.
That's gonna be me when I get my 2 levels of warlock.
Oh, but anyway, I go back to what I was doing with my orb. The last matter on the Mithian. I use a 3rd level spell slot. Can this be drawn from my past? Because I wanted to use this before we got long rested.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. I use it. I want to look into the prospect of this guy in our
Before we long
party.
rested, I wanted to cast Enhance ability on the 3rd level to give him like bear-like endurance. On
I think we're fine.
You just feel
Did
really.
I give him these?
I'm gonna say no more from the previous stuff.
Okay. So just this last 3rd level spell slot.
No.
All right.
Just because
I'd like
just because you had a lot more Argus, I'll let you do that. So nothing else.
Gotcha.
I was mainly just spoofing. but sure.
Conjure a 3rd level spell slot. Also, you should have a free one. So this can be your previous free one. Doesn't really matter. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to cast it at the highest level possible because
Okay.
he's having a lot of negative.
What are you
feelings
focused
towards
on? What are you focusing on?
The Mithian
Sure.
and the future that we have as a group with him, kind of. Yeah. Can I trust him?
You feel a choice. You can either get a direct vision or you can get an abstract vision.
Give me something direct.
Direct. Remember, I will say a direct image will tell you. A direct image will tell you what happened, a direct image will show you something that will happen, but you'll still have to interpret it. An indirect image will be a metaphor, And sometimes they're a little clearer to understand, but you don't know exactly what they're applying to. So you want to go direct?
Let's think of metaphor, actually. That sounds fun. Yeah, let's go with the metaphor
Okay.
instead.
Sure.
You know what? Can I get a simile?
Give
Maybe a
the
little
man
bit
a
of
simile right now.
Sure. Do you want to declare it out loud that you're trying to, that you're going to be like, okay, you want to tell Danny what he's about to see so he can also interpret it?
I'm gonna show Danny, and I'm gonna be like,
Let me help.
all right, but let's do it over here. Stop doing it here. I don't want to provoke him.
Yeah, you got to tell him it's indirect.
Remember, this is gonna be more metaphorical, and it's just about the Mythian and, well, our future relationship with him. I just want to know that we can trust him, or if we cannot trust him.
Okay. You get a vision. You see the vision. The vision takes a bit of a strange start to it. A nice bright blue smoke fills the orb. It seems to be a fairly. You see, this is as much power as Argus can pour in. The vision kind of pulls out from you, and suddenly, it kind of snaps up for you from you in the current moment in a bird's eye view, and you see it snaps towards the door, and it snaps towards the stove inside the house. You see a tea kettle sitting on the fire. The kettle is boiling, and it's hot. You see as it starts whistling. The steam is building up. It starts whistling louder and louder. You see the maid walks by, and they quickly turn off the fire. And you see they quickly move the kettle from the fire to the side real quick. As they come back, you can sense that time moves quickly. They put it back on, and the steam begins to build again, but it stops. You see, the maid goes to grab the teapot. Seems that without looking, you can't see their whole body. They seem to be about to touch. They're about to touch the handle of it, the hot metal, but they quickly stop themselves and pick it up with a cloth instead. They pour tea from it, and they take a sip.
Like the maid takes a sip?
At the end of it,
Yeah.
Really in depth. Really cool, actually. I think I learned a lot.
what is that? Wait, that's the end of it.
Well, don't you understand, Argus?
I
You
mean,
have
I
nothing
did.
to
I
worry
wouldn't
about.
call.
He's gonna make us tea.
What? No.
No, I
No,
just
it's more
wanted
metaphorical. Quit being foolish.
Okay, fine. If this really does bother you so much that a clam is with us, I'm going to refer.
Who
to
wants
it.
roll shots? Who wants roll shots?
No,
I
I
wanna
will
roll
give you
shots.
my. Allow me to give you my interpretation. So we have the
You may.
kettle here.
I allow
It's
it.
clearly steaming, and the kettle probably is.
By the way, you guys can both
Mythian.
roll insights. You guys can roll insights on indirects.
Okay. I'll let
Okay,
him
well,
go
I
first.
want to give
Give your sure.
initial
Good.
thought. And then maybe you could base the roll off of what you're believing so far, but I don't know. So he says, so the kettle probably means the Mythian, and the maid is whoever, I suppose, whoever's
His
handling him
mother.
at the time. No. And clearly he's dangerous, but as long as we're gentle, I suppose, then it should be useful, and we should be able to extract something from him, such as tea. Well, no.
He wants
Something
to
helpful.
drink
Okay.
his tea.
Insight roll from both of you. This will tell you. Your result of this insight roll will tell you what you think the important parts of the vision were. And you can also ask me to clarify what one of the thing means. But you guys are rolling together. You guys are sharing information. You guys can both, as a group, ask me to, out of character, you can ask me to tell you what one of the things in the metaphor means directly. Okay? You guys are both insight roll is good. So I'm going to tell you what the important parts of the thing are. And then from those important parts, you can then ask me what one of them means. Okay?
Okay.
You think about it, and you think the important parts is that it's a kettle, not just a piece of hot iron. Kettle specifically.
He's
Right?
complex.
It's a kettle. A kettle has multiple uses. It's a kettle. The maid is around. There's another person interacting with this kettle. There is a fire underneath the kettle that is affecting it. But the fire seems to be something natural to not unnatural to the kettle. The kettle is steaming. The fact that that's tea building up steam seems important. And the final thing is that they use a cloth to touch it instead of their bare hand. That also seems important.
Okay.
So the parts are the kettle, the steam, the fire, the cloth, and the maid. 5 things. You can pick one to have clearly explained.
The maid.
Albie, you pick first.
I
You guys
choose
can
the
both
maid.
pick one.
I'd
You
want
guys are
him to
working
pick
together.
first.
You don't get to.
Oh, do you
He
want to do the
says he
fire
wants to
then?
do maid. You will both get one, as in one
Oh.
together. You can only ask for one. This is
So
a
do you
group
wanna do
roll.
the fire
It's not
or the
individually.
maid?
I think the cloth matters more.
Cloth. I think the cloth is like really easy to interpret. It's just like how we, like, just protection.
Well, you know, but yeah, let's go back to the maid.
It's either the maid or the fire, because the fire could be pressure, or it could be like.
Let's just go with the
intensity.
maid.
Okay, yeah.
The maid is probably more.
He's gonna say the maid.
Okay. You guys both really think about how the maid. Argus, you say, let's think about how the maid fits into this. He said, the maid is definitely you guys. The
I
group
knew
is
it.
the maid, right? Then why'd you ask about it? The group seems to be the maid. The
Well,
maid is handling him, but
I wasn't sure. That's why.
the kettle, in respect to the maid, is both a tool to the maid and also something that they should handle with care. It's also its own device. It's not the same thing as the maid, right? But the maid doesn't get hurt by the kettle. The maid uses the kettle. And the kettle, in a weird way, uses the maid. For a kettle's purpose is to boil.
Yeah, it can't be set to boil if the maid doesn't put it to boil.
There you go. Ain't that fun?
Well, I suppose he's usable. Certainly serviceable.
Say that again.
Hmm. We could use the Mythian. I believe that, well,
You mean he'll be of help?
probably,
You don't use people.
well, he'll be using us as well. So I wouldn't think
Help,
that this is something
helping
so
each other.
negative. Whatever.
Okay.
The point is that we should be able to work well enough together.
Argus, you know that Danny just kind of seems to absent-mindedly just kind of swing his hand around. He picks up the mask and just holds it in his hand. Yeah, you realize you're holding the mask after a second. You don't realize how it got in your hand.
Huh?
Mhm.
You just put it back away.
Darn thing.
As you pull it away, you feel it's almost as if you played with magnets before, and you can feel when a magnet doesn't like to be shoved in a certain direction. It's nothing that could overpower you, but you feel kind of like as if you're almost like pushing against the wind as you try to put the mask back down.
Oh,
You want to see what's trying to be in the direction it goes to? It seems to be like a magnet.
oh. What is it?
You kind of just hold out the mask and see as it tries to. The mask kind of, as you let the mask kind of just like lie idly in your hand, kind of just balancing on your hand. As it turns into balance, it seems to look at the orb.
What? You like the
It doesn't
orb?
seem to be moving anymore.
Argus, look, our children want to have a play date.
But
It seems that the mask doesn't seem to have any more strength to do anything than that. Maybe you'd have to help it if you wanted to do more.
Is the orb still like projecting an image,
I'm
or is it
it's
like
still
back to
projecting an
front?
image, but like it's just kind of standing. It's just kind of sitting there. Yeah, it's still projecting the image. Until Argus dismisses it.
Okay. I don the mask non-combative, so I don't take the the damage.
Yeah.
And I look at the orb through the mask's eyes.
if I don't release a vision, am I able to replay it? Like
You could spend a first level spell slot to replay a vision.
Mm,
That's crazy.
However, you can hold an image. You can hold like the ending. You can basically hold like an ending GIF of the image, just for free in your orb until you choose to dismiss it. You can keep it there for as long as you want, even through rest. But if you want to replay the whole vision again, and get all of the senses that come with it, then you'll have to replay. Then you'll have to put more energy in. For example, if you manage to get a peek at a scene of a murder, the last image you might see of would be like maybe like the shot being fired at them, and like a person sitting in the shadows you can't quite see. But if you replayed it, you might be able to see them better, right? Like, they likely wouldn't have a gun, but you get the gist. Okay, Danny, you put on the mask.
Yeah, and I want to look at the orb through the eyes.
You feel a voice whisper when you put on the mask.
Did someone just join the Discord? Oh.
Yeah, it was me. We're in the private channel. Keller speaking to you. Isaiah can't hear Keller. You hear a whisper speak to you in the mask. It says,
"Yes, Keller."
Hello. I doesn't need to say hello. It says, interesting.
Interesting.
Wanted to look closer.
Can you see? I'm trying to help you look. Figured you
No,
wanted
not
to
at the image. The orb itself.
Oh, I guess this is your first time seeing the orb. My apologies.
The right card's power. Now point. You left the pulse so quick.
Huh?
There.
Yeah. So what does it look like Danny's doing? What's happening?
Danny puts on the mask. You see him like mumble a couple of words to himself, and he stops. Now he's just wearing the mask now. He seems like he was distracted for a second. Argus, Danny, you kind of hear Argus's voice again. Danny.
Yeah. Argue, what's up?
What are you seeing?
Just got back from the Shadow Realm. You want anything? Just playing.
I'd like you to tell me what you saw.
I saw
when you look, you wait. Something distracts you for a second, Danny. You wear the mask. You look at the orb. You look through the orb, and the orb, the image in the orb looks different to you while wearing the mask than when not wearing the mask. However, it's inane, right? Like normally you don't. It's kind of like you're wearing sunglasses, but they're not. But okay, imagine the sensation of wearing sunglasses, right? Where there's just this tint over the world, right?
Yeah.
However, normally when you wear the mask, you see no tint, right? However, it feels as if there's some kind of filter put over your vision of the orb. It feels different. You feel something strange, as if there's. It feels as if there's something in the orb to pull out. It feels the same way when you could pull out a mystery and start examining it. It feels like you can do that to the orb. As you try to concentrate on it, you don't feel the normal sensation. It's like the orb in itself feels strange to you. Like as if it's a mystery that you can't pull on.
Okay.
Seems as though almost the vision in the orb seems just
like there's some weight to it.
It looks like as if the image inside the orb itself has that gray smoke that you see when you could pull something, but you can't pull it because it's in the orb, right? Strange.
Argus, you say that your orb is a heirloom, correct? It's been in your family for generations.
Well, no. This was custom made for me.
Oh.
Each of us has one.
Each
of
you have one.
Well, each of us that get the visions, which currently is only myself, my father, and my uncle.
You don't have a sister.
And Ron.
Women can't get the visions. Well, no, they can. They cannot give them to. They cannot pass them down. No, women can get the visions. However, they cannot pass them on.
Oh, so your sightseeing ability is patrilineal.
Yes.
I see.
Do you mention that your aunt has it? Because you didn't mention it, but she does.
Yes, women can get it. which is my aunt. She is, if you're familiar with in Ronathus, she is the Oracle. She's a pretty big deal.
Your aunt is the Oracle of Ronathus.
You know that
I think
your
I've heard
family
of
is kind of like your family is now is closer to the Renathus dealings.
Have I
The
given-
Oracle is currently it's basically like the title of the lady of House Visinor, one of the main advisors to the king, like a house that's about as prestigious as Argus's house. You also know of Argus's house a bit more. The Oracle is basically known as like the best like fortune teller and like future seer living. They're very good.
Okay. Argus, you're telling me.
Makes sense to you when you hear it, where you're like, okay, I guess it makes sense. The Oracle is also from the family of people that can see the future.
Is your family the only family that can see from the future?
Can I roll a history? Or is this something
You don't
that
need to,
feels
as far as you
fair?
know.
I mean,
Yeah, as far as you know.
never heard of anyone else. People could certainly make their predictions, but none can see it. Besides us, that is.
I
Yeah,
guess
other people know divination magic, but they don't see the vision like you do. Like yours is something entirely different.
We have the accuracy. Well, we're much greater than these others.
I see.
Speaking of my past, I've been thinking about this, Danny. When we initially met, I dismissed you pretty quickly, but I wanted to learn a little more about you. Seeing as we've endured so much, so many people have left us,
This is true.
but we've always been here. Well,
I still miss Nat from
You-
time to time.
Well, on our journeys, we've been together the longest. So what was it like for you growing up?
Wow.
You said you performed for the king. Was that right? Or was that a jest at the time?
Have I performed for the king?
No.
Dang it. Yeah, to be truthful, that was merely a jest. But if I ever get the gig, I will accept it in a heartbeat. I have applied. I just haven't heard back, which is fine.
Well,
I'm
yes,
still very young, and I have great hair. And nothing.
they're rather select.
Huh?
So,
I cut you off.
no, but please, I'd like to hear more. What was it like for you growing up?
Well, I grew up rurally, to a smaller family, a smaller house. And,
House.
well, I have an older brother and a younger sister.
Wait a moment. When you say house, what do you mean there?
Like, we owned a house.
Ah, of course.
Roll deception.
Argus quickly upset.
Roll deception versus insight.
I love this.
Of course, that's what he meant.
There, you gotta get a 19.
It rolled.
Oh, I thought that was the previous one. Oh, 19. Oh, hey, look, a 19. That's not what I meant. I meant a 19.
Wait.
No,
Let
you
me
said
roll
you had
my-
to get a 19.
I haven't rolled my importance for the day.
You can use a point on this. That's funny. He's like, oh, I gotta dig.
I mean, if you just
You gotta
could
have
probably
your
persuade
important needs to
me.
be a 19 or higher.
Yeah, sorry, I have a +7 to my deception. You're forgetting I'm a current caster. with expertise.
I'm quick to accept the idea. Yeah, house. Everybody uses that term.
Danny's absent-minded.
He's like,
Obviously,
I have to remember that some people.
it's an insane idea to you, where it's just like you got caught off guard because in your circles, whenever someone says house, no one calls their thing their house. They call it their home, right?
Yeah.
head. In your head. Zombie.
Anyway,
Keep continuing.
Rural. What lord did you live under? If you don't mind me asking, because I'm not. Where do you come from?
Our Lord, he was a good man, I believe. I didn't really personally.
It could be part of your deception roll.
I didn't.
A man named Grayling. House Grayling.
Oh, I was gonna say something.
Spelled with an A.
Really?
I was gonna say the house that I know. You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another house that you can use as well. Yeah, sure.
You good? I appreciate it though. Yes. We had a great lord by the name House Grasqua. I forgot how to pronounce it. Gasqua.
Gasqua. You can roll history on a house check. It's a real house. It's always a great question to ask when someone says the house. Is that a real lord, or they just make it shit up? Because there's a lot of lords out there.
Sure.
And
Yeah, that should exist.
Yeah, that does sound like a rural house. Not one you remember, but sounds about right. Rural house. You don't know all of them.
Sounds rural. Never heard of them myself. They must not be near our house.
They're not too far out in the countryside.
Oh. Anyway. How do you feel about and how things are being ran at the moment in Ronatus? I have some thoughts myself, but I'd like to hear yours first.
I don't really.
He just asked you about politics. He just hit you with the politics question. You don't know.
I don't really. I mean, Argus, take another look at me, and I do like a little shuffle, and my tassels kind of go.
Okay.
Do you shake your tambourine?
Yeah. Like what?
Perhaps.
I don't even need to shake my tambourine since it's already attached to me. You can hear it.
No.
Yeah. Do I look like I really squabble with the do's and don'ts? With the dudes.
Perhaps. Perhaps I was mistaken. I just meant it in the way that, well, as of recent, many of the small lords are very upset with recent policies. Let's just say.
Oh, really?
Yes, since they're not getting their kickbacks on their army. Well, a lot of them are really upset, and I wonder if that was reflecting on their people.
Well, Lord Gaspois is a kind lord. He didn't really take his anger out on the people. At least he tried not to.
Was he
The
one
word
to keep
tried
calm?
kind of sticks you up there. I guess. He tried. Maybe that kind of says.
And he failed. Oh my God, that I tried.
Well,
Try all the time.
well,
When I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream to the top of my lungs, what's going on?
well, perhaps it didn't matter too much. I mean, he may have not even had an army.
I don't think he did have an army. Oh, I'm thinking about it. Sure, there was the local militia.
Only a guard.
Huh?
Yeah, only a guard. Only like a guard and watch.
The local guardsman, but every town has a guardsman. Every realm has a guardsman. Every neighborhood.
Every town or city or village, of course.
Yes.
But yes, well,
Every estate.
I suppose that, well, where you hail from hasn't been affected by things so much as of late.
Well, to be fair, I haven't been back in a long time, so if anything has updated, I wouldn't have known about it.
Ah. When was the last time you visited home?
It's been many moons. Many moons.
You can't say.
It had to have been back during the years I was studying, which I believe was about 4
How about
cycles
this?
ago. Four
How many
revolutions ago.
Well, how many birthdays?
Their years.
I'm trying to be funny or being awesome. What was Argus saying?
How many birthdays has it been?
Birthdays.
Simplify things. Oh,
No.
wait.
I can't really remember my birthday.
Oh well. I suppose
When was
that's
my
something
birthday?
that's
Hold on. When was my birthday? I had to have written it down somewhere. I know when my birthday is. It's in the summer, I think. Right?
your birthday's coming up then.
Is it? It's been so long.
It's the summer.
August, you really don't. Ever since I started touring, I kind of stopped keeping track of the days. It only went by when taverns were open and when they would have me. My perception of time has been terrible. Tell me, please. Are shanties still in fashion?
I mean, I've never been one to care for shanties.
No.
I can't.
The trends are failing.
How
That's why I
old
haven't
are
been able
you?
to get a gig.
You're not older than I, are you?
I might. I honestly might.
Now that you think about it, Argus, his face is still covered by the mask. He's just kind of absentmindedly wearing it. You realize you can't see his face.
I did forget to take it off.
Taking a close look.
Take your mask off. Let me see your face.
Oh, I've seen this one in Star Wars. Just kidding. Yes, okay, fine. I removed my mask and I stowed it away. What is
As
this?
always, when you take it off, the fresh breeze on your face always feels really nice. It feels that it always feels that if your face was like you've been in an old stuffy library when you put it on.
Yeah.
By the way, now that you've seen a good look at the mask, it's not the same as one of the other previous times you've seen it. It had these rose patterns on it, Argus.
That's true.
It must have been you must have put those on there at some time. You know when they got on there. It must have been on there a while ago. Maybe not a while
It's
ago.
part of the new season outfit update, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how old are you then?
How old am I? Can
Give
I
me an
roll history for
estimate.
that?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think we've ever like put a date to my age.
We
Let me
did.
check my like traits. Oh, I have it written down.
I'm about to say I know you wrote it down.
I'm 23.
You recall your age, and you realize that you do know your birthday, but you're not sure if you want to share it at this point.
True.
Oh.
I'll share it. I'm having like a eureka moment.
It's in. You know what? It is in around.
Can it be in the winter?
It's in.
I'd
No,
say
it's in the
no.
summer.
Yeah,
It's
the summer, yeah.
the start of summer now. It is in exactly 29 days.
Huh.
Not too far off at all.
Are we using just like a normal calendar just to be?
Yeah, it's too complicated. I don't want to make a fantasy calendar. That's too much bullshit for like no reward.
Can we? Oh, how about this? How about we just
Basically, I don't put
include
down
July
a date.
and August? You know,
What, the
No.
10 months? No, that's just going to confuse people more because then it's not synced to the seasons.
that's true. No, we only get 2 seasons.
We'd have to remove months. We could do the thing where all the months have 31 days by removing 1 month and making all months have 31 days.
True.
No, that's not what it is. There's a thing where if you add like one more month, they all have 28 days or something like that. There's something you can do where you can make all the months have the same amount of days if you change the calendar a little bit.
I think 45.
I don't remember what it is. We're going with the normal. We're not going with the normal calendar. Let's call it June 2nd.
Can it be June 6th? Because that's the birthday of one of my friends.
Sure. It's June 6th and 29 days is your birthday. Do the math. I don't want to.
So that means no, then it wouldn't be the start of summer quite yet. It would still be
When's the-
spring. It would be before May 21st, the summer solstice. Can we just make it like July 8th?
January, February, March, April, May, June. June is after May.
That's what I'm saying. You said it's the start of summer. If it was in 29 days, the month now would be like April 30th.
It's June 6th currently.
It would be like, is June 6th?
It's June
currently?
6th currently.
Oh, I thought
Yes,
you were
that's what I
saying
said.
my birthday was June 6th.
Yeah, so it's June 6th. It's currently June 6th. Your birthday's in 29 days exactly.
Got it.
You
I
do the
thought you
math.
said that my birthday was June 6th. That's why I was confused. Okay. In 29 days from June 6th, that's if math is awesome, it would be July 7th. No, July
There you go.
5th. Just let's just do July 7th. July 8th.
July 8th. Born on the 8th of July.
That's my girlfriend.
You are my Yankee Doodle sweetheart. You are my Yankee Doodle joy.
Argus. I
Yankee Doodle
remember.
with 200.
I am 23 years old. I'm so old.
Oh,
I'm an
you're
old
the same
man.
age as I,
You're 23
and I'm not
as
old.
well?
So you're not old because you are the same age as I.
No. No, I am old. I'm the same age as this decrepit wizard. No, and I'm gonna be 24 here soon. I'll be.
You gotta take it lying
24.
down.
In fact, you're older than I.
I'll be.
You're
24.
gonna die
No!
someday.
I'm gonna die
Any day
soon.
now, really?
Oh no, Argus, save me. Argus, hold me.
No,
You have
Don't touch
Revivify,
me.
correct?
no. Not some cleric.
What?
Not yet, at least.
Girl.
But anyway, my birthday is in December. I'd have to see the day.
It would explain your
25th?
cold heart.
Wow, you believe the day someone is born dictates how they are as a person.
But
What
of
a fool.
course,
What a fool.
the stars do not lie.
Stars don't
When you think
determine
about it,
who
you're pretty
you
sure
are.
your uncle also believed in astrology.
Yeah, that's where I got
But
it.
my
No, not you.
No. Argus, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of sadly, you guys. Argus just has more uncles because he's just more uncle pilled than you are.
Dang it.
Everyone knows, that's how you
It's 'cause
accumulate wealth
I
in these
am
lands. You have more uncles.
that
You guys
is-
familiar with the get your uncles up joke? I love those.
I don't want to see my uncle up, if you know what I'm saying.
No, it's like, oh, you're poor? Okay, how many uncles do you have? Yeah, exactly.
Not enough.
I have a shit ton of uncles. Are we
It's
just
like rare
including
fish.
one
It's like
side?
rare fish trading.
Are we including one side or both? For the
Tropical
uncle count.
fish?
What's the uncle cell count?
Actually, Argus, when you think about it, you actually don't know, you really don't know, anyone on your mother's side.
Perhaps I should learn of my mother's side.
Yeah, you only, so far, as you think about it, you technically, unless you have more on your mother's side, you only have one uncle.
Bro, how are you gonna say Argus is more unk-pilled than I am?
I know, that's the joke. I made him
I'm
think
going
about
to-
it.
I'm gonna add 2 uncles to the count.
Can I have a sorcerer uncle who went
You're gonna
off
add,
with
you're
his
gonna
own shit?
you're gonna artificially inflate it by 2? The 3 uncles?
Yes, I.
Can I
Yes.
artificially
Argus says he has
inflate by
3
4
uncles.
uncles?
You guys said you have 7 uncles. How many uncles do you actually?
Can we use our real life amount of uncles?
No.
Dang it. On my
No.
dad's side, I
That
have
would be-
At least Isaiah cannot, because the amount of his family line matters.
Oh yeah.
In a way, everyone's family line matters. But I also just, in general, I don't want. If you make up a family member, I want them to be a person that I can call upon. Which doesn't mean limit your amount of family members. It means be willing for them to be someone that exists. You can't unexist family members.
True.
Yes, well, I can't have too many uncles.
You can. It's just, you can. It's just very rude.
I can't have too many uncles, at least on my father's side, due to, well, the, I wouldn't
The curse.
say infertility, but, well, curse.
Are you
Sorry,
telling
the
me you're
voice
shooting
in my head
blanks?
just
No,
No.
he mentioned it.
Let's not talk about it any further.
I mean, August, there are specialists that can help you.
Shut the... No!
Okay, fine. Don't accept my help.
It's not what you think.
No, my balls are
He's
fine.
not explaining, Daddy. Unless
know
he
what,
explains
I'm-
exactly what you think.
You know what? I'm speaking too much. You know what? Tell me something about yourself I don't know.
Um,
Think deep. It can't be some service level shit.
well, my gonads function correctly.
Shut the hell. No. No.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. That one was a little too far. Let's see. Something that you don't know.
I'm saying it's going too far also annoys you, Argus.
Oh, you know what, Argus, you've touched me. You are right. We have traveled quite some time, and honestly, I appreciate what you said earlier about how you used to dismiss me, and now you have somewhat of a respect for me. I hope. Yes. 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 You respect
I
me.
believe
Yes.
that you have your intentions in the right place. However, you can be a bit aloof for certain. I think
Forsooth.
I think you should just be a little less aloof. Just focus.
Forsooth.
It's called charm, but okay, I'll take it.
Whatever.
Either way, um, I'll give you something. Danny is not my real name.
Dun, dun, dun.
What is it then?
Well, I said I'd give you something, not everything.
You know, it's disrespectful to give someone a fake name. And then you're going to admit that you've had a fake name this whole time and not even tell me your
Well,
true name.
To be completely fair, it was my stage name, and no one else asked me if I had a real name.
Come on.
You
You
no, we were
you can
introduced under the terms that I was a tavern bard, so I would use my stage name. So
And what?
technically, I just rolled with it.
You're working a tavern gig at the moment. Come on.
No, but you never asked.
You
again.
know, it's disrespectful to me and to you for me to call you the wrong name.
I got a hoot out of it.
Do you not have a last name? I know
See,
some.
that's the thing. I figured.
He calls his last name Pizzazz, but now that you think about it, Argus,
I figured it
yeah,
was
that's
obvious.
definitely not his last name. That's just a word. There's no house Pizzazz out there. There's no people that would name themselves Pizzazz.
It's why I rolled with it to see how long it would take. I can read your thoughts.
No,
Sorry.
you can't.
I know. And
Danny
my
tries
last
to
name
just
being-
guess what you're thinking. Danny
I
tries to
really-
guess what you're thinking about out loud.
if I really presented
How-
my name as Pizzazz, I think you would have taken notice that that's not really a genuine last name.
Whatever. Let's say I trusted you. You know, you've really betrayed my trust at this point.
Well, I'm trying.
And then
to
he turns
mend it.
away. He turns away and folds his arms.
Oh, Argus, don't be so crass.
You notice that Tiny standing right next to him. Tiny mimics Argus's point of.
No, not
Argus
you too,
looks
Tiny.
at I'm sorry, Tiny looks at Argus and he also tries to fold his arm and look away, but he's not very good at it. He kind of looks back immediately to see if you're looking at him. Played along.
Oh, Tiny. I can understand Argus's disdain, but not yours.
Pelantros also flies up and he says, only Argus can hear him, but he says, indeed, who are you?
Okay. All right, Pelantros.
Ooh, does Polly want a cracker?
Hey, don't speak down to him like that.
I thought his name was Polly. It's short for Pelantros.
Don't say that. Address him properly.
That's such a. that was
Now
such
that you
an
think about it, you never actually questioned, can Argus speak animal? Argus never tried to speak to any animal other than Pelantros. You never really thought about it.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Anyway. Come
Okay,
on.
fine. I'll
Tell me.
And I
You
will
want-
try to make amends because earlier when you asked me about my family, I also told a wee bit of a fib. But the house I told you that I was under is my house. I am Gascoigne. The son.
Argus, you immediately think, yeah, that motherfucker, I was right. I didn't get him. Right wrong, damn.
Well.
Yes, but you must understand, Argus, that I never wanted any of. I never asked to be born a noble, especially to a small house. I never asked for this. I just wanted to play music
Well,
and have fun. I never wanted my name to be something people either feared or had to talk about or thought about or anything like that. I wanted to make a name for myself, not have it thrusted upon me.
I'm. I don't understand why you would lie about your name. You should have some pride. But
Eh,
what really confuses me is just
Again, I didn't really lie. It
you
never came
don't
up again.
you don't seem to act proper. No, not at all. I'd be showing you some respect if you introduced me or introduced yourself as well, someone who is born of
As
a
soon
noble
as
back.
as soon as Argus says proper, Danny like straightens up his slouch and like dusts himself off and starts to like mimic what he's seen in Parley Pro. It was, oh, you mean like this? Oh, I do beg your pardon, my liege, my lord. But is this what you have expected of me? I must make this. I must make this up to you. Could you ever find it in your heart to find an inkling of mercy?
Uh,
Is this what you expect?
whatever.
No, I'm being serious. Is this what you expect? When you hear someone's from my house, you expect them to speak weird and act foolish.
Not foolish in the slightest. You're insulting your background. I don't know what to say. Really, it's something that I've been prideful of, as well, I've been blessed. I
mean,
suppose you don't feel that way.
not
I don't
really.
know your father personally, but I imagine, well, most nobles I've come to meet have been very hardworking. To be a noble is to, well, it means that you're looking out for all of your subjects. That's what my father's always said. You're doing what's best for the people. And I don't know why you'd reject that.
You see a look of surprise on my face. Really? Your father isn't someone to count his services numbers as bragging as boasting points. Your father actually believes in caring for his people.
The only time he boasts about his people is how well fed they are, how talented they are, and, well, their quality of life.
Hmm. I thought poorly of you, Argus, and I apologize. I really did think that your house was nothing of one of those high class high class inbred families without any honor or loyalty.
He steps
Danny,
back
you
like
really,
he's been
Danny,
inbred. He's like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
Danny, you feel a second where you're like, oh, wait, no, you might have upset him. You didn't mean to say that.
What is wrong with you?
Not to say that you've had relations
Such,
with your sister, but
such disgusting accusations. And I don't even have a sister.
don't. Dang it. Either way,
I'm an only child.
you.
But anyway,
I got distracted. I was gonna ask if you had any, if you were the eldest, and you say you're the only, because back on the point of earlier, I wanted to disclose that yes, I understand that nobility and nobles do equal hard work, and it's something that you have to uphold and maintain constantly. But some nobles tend to abuse their power with their people, and that's what I wanted to avoid. Not to say that my father or my brother ever did that, but I just, you see, I have an older brother, and he kind of took the gig really seriously, to the point where it was like disgusting. Like he was he tried very hard, for lack of a term of, and it was very annoying. So it
you
kind
need
of
to try
I
very
didn't
hard.
I figured
This is
if he was the one acting all uppity and righteous, then I had room to act aloof and to be myself, to not have to give myself away, and to really figure out who I am. So I took every opportunity. You gotta understand that at least. Haven't you ever wanted to be someone more than who you are now?
left to think for a moment. Who I am? Hmm. I'm the son of Tyrande Rykard. That's who I am. And I'm going to be the what? Tyrande? Okay, Tyrande. Tyrande. I don't know. I think Tyrande's better.
Yeah, it really makes you
I do
consider
kinda like
Danny for a
Tyrande.
second.
Huh?
Mr. Turand Rykard is Turond. Mr. Turand Rykard, nothing says Turand Rykard. It really puts you in the. It really makes you think for a moment. The king of Ronatheth has two high advisors: the head of House Visinor and the head of House Rykard. Turand Rykard is the Grand Chancellor of Ronathus. He's probably like one of the three most important people in the country, right? Well, in the kingdom.
Yeah.
What makes you think about it? It's like, damn. Yeah, whenever he says my father, he's talking about him. Like this guy's just been like an abstract concept you've heard about before. You've never even seen him.
Damn.
But anyway, yes, my father has high expectations. It's because I have some big boots to fill. And well, I can't be messing about. I mean, I've even put down the bottle for the time being, and it's really changed things.
I remember. Oh my goodness. I didn't really know you when it was a large problem, but hey, that was very impressive, I must say. There are many vices a man can be susceptible of, and well, yours was one of the strongest, and it's no easy feat to brush it off. I will commend you. I'm being completely sincere.
Well, thank you. It's not easy, especially since, well, when I'm without a drink for a long time, I can get some wild visions, and they're really unsettling.
Let me see.
But, well, I feel for the moment I have things under control, but then we're seeing the things with these ethereal claw marks, just making me think I'm having some issues. Ugh. But anyway, yes,
I understand.
I don't know the exact scenarios that your family's been through, but I wouldn't just brush off your name. It
I
should be
know.
something to be valued.
Danny, where do you keep your signet ring?
Uh, Trying to think of something cooler than I wear it around my neck on a like a chain or something.
You keep it in your boot?
I like that. Yeah, keep it. No, what? That would be harmful to my toes.
No, it's fine. Your boots
How
are pretty
about
big. Like you can keep it in like a
You could
little
just
side
keep
thing in your boot.
in your pack.
it's like yeah.
That's
Well, I don't want
lame.
to put it loose in my pack. I've got it like tacked on my pack.
What if what's your instrument again?
Trombone. Yeah, it's on my trombone valve. The spit valve. It is the spit valve.
How about it's one of your keys?
Trombones don't have keys. Let's.
Fuck you. That's a trumpet. Damn.
And those are called valves, not keys.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's on my tambourine.
You notice a
How about that?
By the way, that wasn't a question that I. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was out of character. By the way.
No, I would lose it. If
Marcus, you notice a
It's on my
You notice
trombone.
something that kind of. You notice something that takes you back for a second. There's a scratch. It seems impossibly deep for the material it's on. It's on one of Danny's instruments. You don't know when it got there.
You can see that Argus looks quite troubled as he kind of looks away from you again.
What's the matter?
See another scratch. It's on one of your instruments.
Oh, what? How did it get there? Can you rub it off? Come on, I just got these things polished.
I suppose so.
Sorry, I guess I'm missing the point.
He points out your trombone.
Really, is it on the brass? I'm sorry. It's important.
All right. Argus begins to wipe it off.
He wipe it. It's very close to his mouthpiece. You're kind of hesitant to wipe it off. As you wipe it off, you feel your hand rub over something. You feel your hand rub over some kind
Rubbing
of
my bone, guys.
engraving. It's not smooth like you'd expect the instrument to be. It makes you almost feel like you touched the claw mark itself, catching you off guard. But it's not. It's something seemingly ornamental on his trombone.
What's this piece?
He points to your signet ring.
Oh, that's my family's signet ring. Holds its crest.
What's the symbol on it?
Ooh, I'm gonna make that shit up right now. It's a bird. No. That of a.
It was just going to be a fancy G if you don't pick anything.
I would like a fox in the shape of a G, kind of like how Firefox is, you know.
Sure, that works. It's a little fox in the shape of a G.
Like he's got his paw up, and that's what makes the G thing, and it's like outlined, so it looks like a G.
Yeah, it's like curling around. So it's like swiping at something.
Is your family associated with foxes?
No, but we're notably clever, like the fox, and swift.
That doesn't mean anything. Argus, you think that doesn't mean anything? Like, yeah, everyone's clever like a fox. Whatever.
Okay.
I told you we're from a small house. We don't really have much.
Yep, you definitely never heard of this house before. That you certainly cemented that in your mind.
Well, I suppose it's just not. I suppose that's the difference between a large and a smaller house. You see, on mine, it's an eye, and is the mist in the eye or like on the outer edge of
like
the eye?
The letter I.
It is an eye. The symbol itself is an eye, like a human eye. The eye, instead of having a pupil, it instead has a smoky mist that fills it. When it's colored on a banner, the mist is blue, like your own eyes. It's a smoky mist that kind of gives the form of a pupil, but it's it's a formless, right? Inside the pupil is a single black dot, like a single point that's noticeable, a very small circle. As well, there seems to be two parallel lines going horizontally, parallel to this dot.
Here.
I've drawn a mock-up of it, but you have to pull it out somewhere. Here, I can draw a quick, like, mock-up of what it looks like on the Roll20.
Wait, say that again. You cut out a bit.
Drawing it.
Drawing a mock-up of kind of how it looks.
Are you like streaming, or are you gonna post it?
It's on the Roll20.
Oh, I forgot there's a drawing feature.
That's roughly like that, but neater and more centered.
So yes, it's basically representative of our abilities and our future. Well, our wisdom of the future. I'd say it's quite recognizable. I don't think I can't really think of any other house that actually, wait, does Biznor have an eye? They don't have an eye, do they?
Nope.
You say Biznor?
No, it's their house's founding tale has something to do with being with their first leader besting a dragon in a game of dragon chess. So they have a dragon. They have like their one kind of looks like a dragon themed rook.
Anyway, yes, I'd say ours is quite unique, and it represents who we are quite well.
Something that strikes you, Danny, is the parallel lines inside of it seem to be at a slant. It's an interesting feature. You've never seen anything like it before, or seen it even anything that represents that you never seen that represent anything like historically. Stands out to you as something being novel.
Are these custom made?
But of course,
I mean, like from each other.
well, there's only around five out there at the moment.
Oh, were they handed down then?
I mean, I'd have to ask my father, but I think this
You know
was custom made.
you know that your one is made of silver. Your father's one is made of platinum, and that's passed down.
Yes, I suppose that the better ones, like my father's platinum one, does get passed down. But this one, I suppose it's representative of the sun, the air. You understand?
I see.
But yes, I quite like it. Something that Danny could have picked up on, and I think, like, I said on purpose was there's only around like 5-ish.
Well, that's what I'm trying to. I'm wrapping my head around. There's been more than 5 Reikards. That's the word. What? Hold on. Why are there only 5? Wouldn't there be more than? If yours isn't handed down, then yours must have been made. So, do they?
I mean,
destroy
5
those?
in use. I'd say 5 in use is what I mean.
Say use as if they're like a tool.
But of course, you show one of these somewhere, you get a whole lot more respect. You don't use that as a tool.
See, that's exactly why I don't use my name. It's cheating.
Cheating.
Yeah, you didn't earn that respect.
This is
the
one
ring
of
did. What have you done
it's
for
a
yourself?
perk.
Huh? Sorry.
It's a perk. And I'm going to be paying it off in the future. Think about all the things that I'll be doing for the people. Right now I'm just building up my strength and expressing some of the freedom I'm going to have before I have to inherit the throne.
Oh yeah.
Consider
the people, huh? The non-drunkards and the ones with homes, right?
What are you
I'm
speaking
trying to
about?
call back to the time you killed a homeless man.
Killed a homeless man? You don't remember? He was a spy.
He was
not a spy, but he was a terrorist. I remember.
Have you really sunken into these delusions? He was just a beggar.
Use your brain. He told us information about terrorism that was occurring at that time. How would anyone but a terrorist know this information?
It's road banter. No one else goes down to that district. He probably heard it while he was sitting there.
No, not at all. You don't remember.
Am I not remembering?
When are you talking? Are you talking about the people that which person are you talking about, Danny?
Killed the terrorist.
Just so I know.
When Argus
in Gravenaw.
Huh?
In Gravenaw, right?
Yeah. When Argus was when we were there going through the slums to investigate the murder, or not the murder, the like attempted assassination, the terrorist attack, essentially.
The arson.
The arson. Argus essentially firebolted a man in the street after interrogating him.
I didn't firebolt him. I shock and grasped him.
Oh, that's right.
No, I shock and grasped him really hard. Anyway, what does Danny recall?
Oh. Yeah. Because this might just be Albie not remembering.
I don't remember this too well. This is a minor detail to me.
He was a
Whatever you guys
terrorist.
remember it is how it happens.
I do remember it was a terrorist, because Argus wouldn't just kill a homeless man. And also, we were doing it for information. So he had to have known something that only a terrorist would have known.
I thought he told you something really trivial. Like, they went that way.
No, not at all. And anyway, it was something deeper, and as well, he was trying to hide it. The only person that would defend a terrorist is another terrorist.
But why would a terrorist?
You don't quite agree with that one, Danny, but you get where he's coming from.
Either way. You're quick to dispatch him.
Because he was
It's the trial.
I wave my hands. Because he was a... Come on, say it. He was a terrorist.
Shouldn't he have stood trial?
Do you not care about the lives they had taken? You're surely valuing them very little. Saying that a terrorist life matters more than the... Sorry, but the way I see it, by killing the innocent.
Never said how, I said why.
Because they are evil, of course. They think that things should be a different way, and their different ways are so extreme that they decide that they should hurt people to try and get their way. And I don't believe that's right at all.
Didn't you interrogate a guy through harm? You
Exactly.
Hurt him for information. And you hurt him because he was
Yes,
wrong.
I
Isn't
heard
that what
a
the terrorists were doing? So by that
I heard a
logic,
terrorist.
aren't you
No,
a
no,
terrorist?
no, no. No, not if you heard a
Terrorists to the
terrorist.
terrorists.
If you hurt a terrorist, then you are a hero.
But who's to...
Your act. You know, let me stop you there, Danny. Did you not help kill the fellows that were there when that Emerald fellow was there? Well, not Emerald. What was it?
Crystal, Amethyst.
The crystal boy.
Amethyst. The Amethyst fellow. Remember when he went and blew up entire buildings? Well, maybe not blew up, but destroyed.
I remember
He took
when
many lives.
raged
He
in
took
the
many
park.
lives that day. You seem to remember things very selectively, as if these things are justifiable. You're thinking just like them,
What do you mean? I'm not like that.
thinking that terrorists aren't acceptable, and I get rid of them. I don't see an issue there.
I don't have the energy to continue this. You want to go get a drink? I mean, not a drink. I mean, like a milk or a coffee.
You hear a call inside. Elantris actually pipes up to you, Argus. He says, "I did not want to interrupt, but they had mentioned inside that they are preparing afternoon tea.
Tea sounds.
I'm
great.
done with
Ready now.
But anyway, I'm done with this.
You can't hear Elantris.
Yeah.
All right.
You hear the owl kind of whoos and whoos at Argus.
But anyway,
let's go grab some tea. Oh, and,
while we're done here, we've spoken on this for long enough.
One last cherry on top. Please don't forget it. But what I was telling you about my name, originally I didn't do my last, although that was true. My surname is Gascoigne, but my first name also isn't Danny. It's Jedediah.
Jebediah.
You can call me Jed. Now this one I actually never gave out. Danny is my middle name, and I usually go by it. But in an act of reconciliation for my last name, I'll give you my true first name. You can keep calling me Danny if you wish, but I mean, it is technically correct.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to conceal yourself to other people.
I mean, if
Perhaps.
you wish to be formal, you can go with Jeff.
Whatever.
The only
I'll
reason
likely.
it started ever since I was young. It was for fun originally. You know how sometimes you have that one friend who wants to go by his middle name instead of his first. That was me.
I understand.
Just
But
stop.
if you're trying to hide your identity from other people, I suppose you want that to still be the case. I'll refer to you as Danny when we are with others. But if it's just us, I'll probably just call you Jeb.
That sounds a great compromise. Thank you, Arthur.
All right, then. Let's head in.
Shall we?
Elantra says they're making tea.
Oh, tea! How delightful. Sounds perfect.
If you think about it, that's probably the tea they were making earlier. You know, the vision tea.
Vision tea.
Bro, no! The Mythian is already drinking all the tea. We must hurry.
I suppose so. The Johnny song is called Just Lean.
Just lean, it's anyone's call. That is the word of the guy who was dated my love.
Just lean in my cup.
And they gave Johnny the craziest music. And again, like all the songs are good.
Yeah,
At least-
I love Johnny's. It's my new background noise. I love.
Yeah, I think I'll add it to my playlist. Anyway,
How do you like that
Actually-
compared to the other songs I played today, Albie?
Guilty Gear songs are very noticeable.
Yeah, they're exactly the kind of songs I love. I really have high energy Japanese rock. It has a really certain style to it that I really enjoy.
It feels like a frappuccino. I don't know what I'm drinking. Is this coffee?
But you like.
It's like I don't know
But
if
it's
this is
awesome.
rock. I don't know what this is. Is this rock?
Yeah, it's
It's not bad.
yeah, it's high energy rock. I love it. And I will say my favorite part is just the beginning acoustic guitar. It got me feeling acoustic.
It
Just
doesn't
like
seem very
we'll play it real quick.
Yeah,
it
that's
just
nice.
feels very very true.
Let me go electric with it. Awesome. Anyway, you guys walk back inside.
I was born to journey technicals.
Anyway, you guys start walking inside. You see the rest of the group
I
has
thought we finished.
I'll
No,
come
it's
inside for
finished,
tea.
Dude, it's like 10.
No. We're finishing now.
okay.
You guys go back inside for tea.
There's only one beer left.
Figured since we were doing that's enough for now. Since we were doing an extension, since it's just the two of us, and you guys wanted to keep going, I figured I'd just put on some music to just keep the energy going. I don't want you
She
guys
attacked
to
with a
stop.
plus 14, right? I'm
Plus 12.
bad. I'm putting
Plus
that
12 to hit.
plus 12. Okay, I put it in the notes just to be like.
Originally, she was the first turn she did. She attacked with a plus 6, and then you held person, dealt 40 damage. She's like, okay, fine, glove's coming off. Started attacking with a plus 12.
Yeah. Okay. She attacked.
Originally,
with
I made a
12.
mistake. I forgot to add the dueling for the plus 2. So yeah.
Or I'll just say when she locked in.
Yeah, she also is a spellcaster of at least 2nd level. She was casting level 2 spells.
Blur. Also, is Earth? What is Earthbind?
It's exactly it's a level 2 spell. It's a transmutation spell. It does exactly what it does. At a range of 300 feet, it allows as an action at a range of 300 feet, they make a strength save, and if they fail it, then they start falling at a speed of 60 feet per round until they reach the ground. Once they reach the ground, it ends, or if the concentration ends, or if they dismiss it.
I considered using my 20 on that, like that save, but then I was like, nah, I'd rather use it on a roleplay thing, which is good. You know, you gotta learn.
I thought you were going to use it.
creature. I really
I
didn't.
was like,
I guess I don't want to use normal blade instead. More interesting that way.
nah. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, we can keep Pelantris small because you're here. I do like the Pelantris fits perfectly onto your token.
That was crazy.
No. I didn't even mean to. I didn't mean for that to happen. Well, it almost fits perfectly. He's a little off. Like by
That fits perfectly. Let's don't look at it too close. Still.
by that, I mean it doesn't really fit at all. But the way that your hat gets clipped by it makes it look like it fits perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna head out, guys. Love y'all.
Good night. Fun stuff. Backstory is revealed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's been a while. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's funny because I was seeing you hover at 100, like 170 feet. I'm like, you're gonna have to double that if he doesn't want to get hit by your grind. Like that's a funny spell.
Earthbind is gay.
I've never seen anyone use Earthbind well. Anyway, oh man, I can't wait for the level up. I do really want to change a bunch of my spells.
Oh yeah, they have they're an Eldritch Knight, so basically all of their spells are all
Wait, I'm still
niche
recording.
or utility.
Everyone say bye.
Bye bye. Next session.
Uh,
Bye.